Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Top of the morning to you.
Celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
I saw a leprechaun. Just admit you're a lying, Cartman, so that everyone can go home. Oh, no. We have a deal, Kyle. If I can prove there's a leprechaun, you have to my balls, remember?
Kiss me, I'm Irish.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Me, it's a leprechaun.
It's showtime.
Come on, man. Turn that down. Oh, sure. Go crazy, everybody. Let her buck.
I completely forgot that was today.
Well, you've been a little out of sorts.
Yeah, I've
for
been
almost
going
a
through
week, it seems.
Hi, guys.
Hello, welcome back.
God-forsaken St. Patrick's Day. Binge drink until you puke all over yourself. Take some drugs, maybe, some pills.
I got some if you want some.
Oh, I bet you got the good stuff.
No, I don't.
Is anybody going to really go for it today? I mean, I know last Saturday was all the big stuff. Anyone I knew who was looking forward to partying, they destroyed themselves on Saturday and regretted it on Sunday.
I was in St. Paul for the Wild game last Saturday and once I was walking into the arena, that's when I saw all the people in green and stuff that I realized people are celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
Are you sure
dude,
there
I
just
bet that
weren't
was
Wild
fun.
fans?
No, because like McGovern's was packed out the door with people dressed like leprechauns and stuff. I
Cool.
completely forgotten that that was the day.
Yeah, my big kids were there, and their goal was to hit every single bar in St. Paul and have 1 or 2 drinks at each one.
Yeah.
I haven't
that
heard
work?
from them since.
Oh, they're the perfect. Oh, I miss being like 22 on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, you end up dancing around like a jag-off all by yourself at the
Yep.
bar. Your friends find you dying of frostbite in the parking lot with your pants around your ankles. St. Patrick's
Covered
Day.
in your puke, somebody else's
Yes.
puke.
Come on, man. St. Patrick's Day.
One of the craziest St. Patrick's Day I ever had. I can't even remember where I was hanging out. Probably at Shamrocks in St. Paul. And these people I was hanging out with, one of the guys promised, like, hey, let's go for it. I'll buy you an Uber back to your place. And I was like, all right, heck yeah, let's do it then. So I was ripping shots of Jameson.
Word.
And then it was time to go home. And he was like, so where do you live? And I was like, blah, blah, blah. I live in Bayport. And he was like, I'm not paying for that. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, so now I'm
Stuck.
completely hammered. My car's down. Like, what am I supposed to do? And
No, wait a minute. How far is Bayport from St. Paul?
It's a decent amount. At least 35 minutes or so.
Did this individual know that beforehand when he offered you an Uber ride?
I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I was like, you promised, and so I got
This
hammered.
was a close friend or a complete stranger?
It was actually somebody that used to work here, back when we actually had promotion staff.
Yeah, so one of the promotion staff?
Yeah.
So what'd you do? How'd you get out of there?
I sat on the
Did you have to
sidewalk.
sleep your way back to Bayport?
No, here's the thing.
Hitchhiking?
My phone was dead, so that was great. So I plugged it in my car and then sat outside my car on the sidewalk because I didn't want to get in trouble for being even in like the passenger seat because I was so drunk. And I just sat there for a good hour or two until I could finally call somebody to be like, hey, I need you to come rescue me.
Was this the parade year?
No. That was when I lived in Wisconsin.
Gotcha.
Oh, man. You know, you miss work tomorrow because you got the worst diarrhea of your life. St. Patrick's Day.
A few people have planned it outright, saying that today is their Friday, and I wonder if that... Get back to us. Is that St. Patrick's Day related or just kind of worked out that way?
Could be.
As you can hear, speaking of diarrhea, Ashley has returned from her sickness. What did you text us yesterday? You've been in and out of the hospital the last couple of days, and you saw some characters over there at the waiting room?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Sometimes it was a little sad. I was like, oh, no, I don't know if that person's going to be all right.
Has everybody's had that experience, right? In the hospital waiting room or the urgent care waiting room. I know I've seen some things. So what did you see?
So my favorite part was this big guy, kind of looked a little, I don't know, disheveled, came walking in at like 11 p.m. at night, and he goes, I got hit in the jaw yesterday. And I took one look at him, and I thought, you look like the type of guy that would probably deserve to be hit in the jaw. That makes sense.
Did it look bad? I mean,
no, not at all. I don't understand why he was in. Maybe he just like had trouble moving his jaw around.
He wanted some pills.
I saw a guy come in that,
maybe.
speaking of pills, swallowed a pill incorrectly.
Pills are good.
And so he was like he sounded like he was blowing through a straw. And I was like, oh my God, this poor guy.
he couldn't get it down?
It went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, ouch.
And then I saw something, it was kind of sad, pretty
For Christ's
cool.
sake, eat a sandwich. Wouldn't that normally just push that pill down?
Drink a bunch
I
of
don't
stuff.
But somebody came running in with their kid. Their kid was completely fine. Kids just bleed a lot when they hit their head. Came running in with their kid, and it was kind of cool. It was like the movies. The front desk people were like, oh, we got a runner. We got a runner. Because she was just sprinting in, and like everybody came up front and was all hands on deck. I thought that was pretty badass.
Are you on something right now, or are you just excited to be back?
I'm really anxious still. I
can tell.
I got some medication yesterday.
You're a naturally anxious person, but you were telling us off air that you're on some medication right now that makes you even more anxious?
Yeah.
Josh, look at her. She's trembling over here.
Well, it's not super uncommon. I've noticed when you miss a couple days, you come back roaring to go.
Yeah.
So it's not completely unnatural, but you do seem a little more amped up.
Josh
Feel a little weird.
Josh has been kind of cowering over here. Since
I don't want to get on her bad side.
You're coming at us so hot right now.
Well,
So
I'm
this
glad
is
that you're doing okay because Dana texted me over the weekend and he's like, it looks like she's going to have her gallbladder out, according to your husband. And I thought, oh, no, I can't believe it was that bad. I mean, I knew you weren't feeling well, and so luckily that didn't happen.
Yeah, every time I have a stomach ache, this is the route they go, gallbladder. It's got to be her gallbladder. And when I went to urgent care, that's where I went to first, she did like some little touch on my stomach, and I flinched in pain, and she said, yep, your gallbladder needs to be removed. Thought, all right, well, I guess.
They just jumped to that.
I'll go to
For
the
women,
hospital.
it's a gal bladder, by the way, just so you know.
But yeah, I think they believe that because my dad had to have his gallbladder removed, and usually if your parents did, you eventually will have to, I guess.
I did not know
So
that.
it's in or it's out?
It's in.
It's in.
They kept it for you.
Former baggage handling Jesus said once he got a Viagra stuck in his throat, he had a stiff neck. So you are back, and we're happy to have you back. But you're acting like you're on dope right now.
I haven't even had any caffeine either.
I don't think you need any.
I had like 3 hours of sleep too. I don't know what's going on.
I bet you crashed by 7:30.
You think?
Are we going to have to hit you with a bucket of cold water or something?
I
here?
wish. That would feel so good. I told you I'm so hot
I can
right
tell.
now.
I can tell she's high on meds because she's sitting in our studios right now just with a loose-fitting T-shirt on. And it's brutally cold outside and cold in here. So, yeah, you can tell you're affected right now.
Look at this. I got my sweatpants rolled up, too.
Sweatpants. I wonder if what would happen, Cubby, if we gave her some liquor?
Oh, gosh. Oh,
Did they tell you not to mix it?
Even thinking about that makes me want to vomit
Yeah,
everywhere.
you kind of look like you were going to puke.
Well, whatever you're on is, I mean, you look and sound very spirited.
Cool.
So it's working.
It's a delightful little cocktail, whatever you're on right now.
You're glowing.
Pills.
Maybe you're pregnant again.
No, stop. Of course, they test for that first, and I did not feel good about that situation. I was like, no, there's absolutely no way. But still waiting for that answer.
There could be a way.
I'm like, that would literally be the worst news you could tell me.
Well, yeah, what you're down for the count for what? Is it 6 weeks? I can't remember what they tell you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like you're out of business.
When
After you have your kids,
Yes,
sorry.
6 weeks.
6
6 weeks.
We're talking about the, what's the term for that?
The healing, like postpartum?
When you don't go to work for 6 weeks, they call it.
No, I'm talking
No,
about like
he's-
sex-wise.
Oh,
Yeah,
They tell you at the hospital, like, hey, leave her alone for this amount of time. I can't remember what it was.
when a woman becomes pregnant originally, they say
Gives
don't.
birth.
No, it gives birth.
Oh, after-
and your kid's a little over 6 months.
Okay, I thought you were talking about maternity leave.
7 months today.
7 months today. All
Yeah,
right,
isn't
cool.
that very St. Patrick's Day of him?
In either situation, you don't
Yeah, don't touch me.
touch me, don't bother me for a month and a half.
Yep, stuff's got to heal down
No one's
there.
bumping,
Fun fact.
and I'm not coming to work for a month and a half or so. Sure,
Yeah.
okay.
My wife was able to make that work for 7 years.
That's awesome.
Just to be safe.
Good for her.
I'm a safety guy myself, not a risk taker. I thought I'll take her word for it.
So, I know I've seen some things at the emergency room, the hospital waiting room, whatever you want to call it. There was the dude who came in fresh off a motorcycle crash, and he was trembling and bracing an arm up against his chest because he had obviously shattered an arm or broken his shoulder, and he had to sit and wait with the rest of the suckers who had the flu. You know what I mean?
That's ridiculous.
Poor bastard. I was sitting and waiting to get stitches in my vent. But that's no emergency. This guy's fresh off a motorcycle crash, and he had to sit there shaken with this broken something or another with the rest of the suckers. There was the bloodbath in the bathroom at a local hospital.
Oh, gosh.
This is when I thought my nuts were going to give way when I caught something that goes around town this time of year, testicular torsion. You caught it once, didn't you, Josh?
No, mine was a little bit different. I had one very painful testicle. Luckily, it wasn't twisted like yours was.
I caught testicular torsion. Went into the emergency room, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning kind of a thing. Very painful, but I'm not going to butt in line in front of anybody with broken bones or at any rate. So I'm sitting and waiting my turn, and my nuts just felt like they were going to pop and spill out onto the floor. I had to hit the head at one point or another. Where's the bathroom? I asked one of these hospital people. Oh, around the corner over there. I mean, I was barely able to get there. You can't really walk when your nuts are in that state.
Oh, dude, you're not kidding.
And I walked into the men's room at the hospital, and I'm hanging it. And I look around at the walls and the floor of the men's room. It looked like someone had walked into that bathroom with a severed artery and then spun around in a circle for 5 minutes. There was blood everywhere.
Did you ever find out what happened? Did they
No.
ever say this?
No, I came out.
So it wasn't like puke. It was just pure blood. Nobody's throwing up blood?
Plasma cubby.
Man.
What?
I walked out and I took the same lady who showed me where the men's room was. I said, you might want to get a can of
Raid?
Bleach?
What are we? 409. You might want to get a bucket of 409 in here.
In my experience, the hospital bathrooms are never clean.
No, well-
And I understand they're busy.
Yeah.
But what's going on?
Yeah, they have a hard time keeping up with all the different characters who are coming in, bleeding, dripping,
I've never seen anything like that.
screaming out of their minds.
You should go sit in a hospital waiting room. I actually.
Did they let you just hang out? You just buy a ticket or something?
Yeah, probably. They probably wouldn't notice they're so busy.
Yeah, oh hell yeah, Josh, and especially on a Friday or Saturday night, of course.
I'd
Flu
feel too
season,
bad,
too?
I think.
Didn't you ever? Well, Josh didn't, but did you guys ever get high and go to the airport
No.
when you
no.
were a kid? Watch the planes take off. It's kind of the same thing. You're just a spectator. Josh, I think if you walked on in and took a seat in the back of the hospital waiting room, no one would notice you were there, and you could watch all of these shenanigans go on.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure they got enough going on. They're probably not going to pay attention.
No.
Josh would feel bad, though. There'd be somebody next to him vomiting, and he'd go up and be like, hey, you going to get that person in the
That's
back
a good
soon?
point.
I was thinking that myself. I don't know if I could handle other people's misery like that for so long or however long you sit there.
You're way too
empathetic.
kind-hearted and
Pathetic.
empathetic.
You start triaging people for you.
That's a good point, Ashley. I bet within 15
we need some steri strips over here, stat.
within 15 minutes you'd be volunteering your time at the hospital.
Probably. I'll call it a synfection because it involves your genitalia. I always forget the name of it, epididymis or something like that. I had it a couple times where I thought, just like you, it was testicular torsion or whatever. But holy cow, that was bad. And it's funny, you mentioned the can't walk thing. I had to have my wife, help me very gingerly get up because even moving a certain way, I felt like it was going to explode.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Terrible. But they just gave me a big pill, which luckily, Ashley, I was able to swallow.
Good job.
And then it went away pretty quick.
No less than, I'm going to say, 10 hospital staff members grabbed my bag that evening at the hospital. Laying in, they finally got me into a bed. Doctor comes in, squeezes him for me. I told him what was going on. He told me what he thought was wrong with me. He leaves. Assistant comes in, bags me. They all were, you know how when you go to the doctor, first you got to see the nurse, then you see the nurse's assistant, then you see the doctor, then you see the doctor's assistant. And they all thought they were the first one to walk into the room and diagnose me. Jesus balls, it was like prom night over there for me. It was just over and over again.
What did they do about that?
Pills.
Really?
They dumped some
they don't have to untwist it or unwind it or anything?
That's what I'm thinking.
The pills were designed to do that for me.
Wow. That's really cool.
I got a lot of hand action that night. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing sexual. It's not like the porn movies or anything where there's hot nurses coming in and you're all turned on. It's like
it hurt like hell.
You just want to get things fixed.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Am I the only one here that's been forcibly removed from an emergency room?
What did you do, Dana?
Well, I'm not sure.
We were in
This sounds like St. Cloud State.
No, it was Las Vegas, actually. Buddy of mine cracked his head open. He dove into a Vegas pool, which is stupid because Vegas pools are 5 feet deep. It's more of just to wade in and drink and stare at asses. So he cracked his head open, and he had to get hauled off to the emergency room. So me and the bros, we hopped in cabs to go find him, to make sure he's okay because he was fine. He was bloody, but he just felt like an idiot. But he also didn't have his pants, his wallet, phone, any of that type of stuff. So we all hop in a cab, and we're drunk as all hell. And I go running into the emergency room, past the receptionist, through the door, the sliding door thing. And they're telling me, you can't go back there. And I just yelled, I'm the next of kin! I'm the next of kin! And then I found my buddy, and he was even more embarrassed by the fact that his buddy just went running through the emergency room to find him. No. And the security guards came and grabbed me, and they ushered me out of there pretty quickly.
You're lucky you didn't get tackled or tased.
I know.
They don't play about that.
Yeah, they could have, darted you with something.
That's hilarious.
Injected you with something.
The next of kin.
A trank dart might come into play in our stupid news report later on this morning. Yeah, you're lucky. Crazy. You're lucky you didn't get the old thunk.
And it would have been well-deserved, too.
Right into the jugular.
Could you imagine if they were cool with that? Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, he must be. He said he's the next of kin. He must be.
Little comic relief.
How about those sumbitches who walk out of the hospital? You know anybody who walked out, you know what I'm talking about, before they were officially released because they don't need all the, that kind of a thing?
Oh, still even wearing the gurneys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've thought about it before.
Oh,
because
I don't. Weight?
Yeah, the weight, and I just. You get to a point sometimes where you're like, I can't be here anymore. I have to get out of here.
Do you check that ahead of time? I know urgent care will have wait times. I don't know if ERs do. Maybe they're too busy doing other things.
I know that Mercy Hospital does. I'm not sure about the other hospitals.
I'm talking about once you are in the bed, they're treating you. Maybe you're supposed to be there for 2-3 days, and after 6-8 hours, you decide you're good to go and you walk away.
Sounds like something my dad would do.
Pistol Pete from across the street, one of my oldest friends, my old neighbor growing up. I think what happened was he was, I think maybe stung by a jellyfish down in Mexico or something like that.
Oof.
I heard that is terrible.
Yeah, I think
meaning it hurts so bad.
This is 35 years ago or something like that, but maybe 30 years ago. And it really made him very, very sick, and he was supposed to stay in the hospital for a couple of days, but after a few hours, he pulled all the wires out of him and walked out wearing the gown. That whole movement.
That's ridiculous because his clothes are probably in the room somewhere.
Oh, I think there was
a dresser or on a chair.
Yeah. He had an accomplice. I believe there was somebody who brought his personal, what do they call it?
Belongings.
Effects.
Belongings, effects, exactly.
ER nurse Jesus said, happy St. Patrick's Day, right back at you. She said, just want to let you know that the ER is one of the most disgustingly dirty places around town. You can't keep up with all the gross. Yeah. And we constantly remind people to get their kids off the floor.
Oh, gosh, why would you put your kid down? No.
Get your babies out the street.
Crawling around. Somebody else brought that up about just the idea of sitting in an emergency room to watch, that you're likely to catch something horrible.
Yeah, you'll be back in the next couple days because of something you caught.
Yeah, I'm now afraid that I'm going to get the flu or something from being in there. But there was a guy behind me who's one of those scrometers.
Tell me what that means.
Scream vomiter.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I felt rude. I probably shouldn't have, but I got up and moved.
I'm sorry, where was he scromiting?
Right behind me in the waiting room.
I don't think you have to feel bad about leaving the proximity of a guy throwing up all over the place.
I was like, dude,
did he have a bucket?
Calm it down. He had one of those little bags they give you. And
that's cute.
He was covered by, his wife had him covered by a blanket, so nobody had to see it all.
Ah, poor guy.
I've never heard somebody throw up that loud in my life.
I think I'm a scrometer.
Are you really?
Yeah. I am.
I mean, it's been many, many, many years since I vomited, but I remember it being quite a show. You know, where your mother comes down to the basement and wants to know why you're throwing up at 3 o'clock in the morning as a 16-year-old, and you tell her it's a bad McChicken sandwich. That was my.
Did she ever buy it?
No, of course not. No.
Do you guys have all the normal warning signs that it's going to happen?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who gets zero warning signs? My oldest, Cam, he's like that, where all of a sudden he's completely fine, and then he's throwing up. I'm almost jealous. I mean, it's a miserable thing because you can be in an embarrassing situation. You can't remove it or remove yourself from it. But at the same time, that pre-throw-up feeling is so terrible.
I bet his pals hate to drink with him.
Well, I don't know if he throws up from drinking, I guess. I've never seen him get real hammered.
Because I used to drink with a dude who was a zero-warning vomiter and a heavy, heavy drinker. So you could almost count on it happening. He was a full-on drunk. And you're like Josh was saying, zero warning. Middle of a sentence, he could be speaking. And I hated drinking with him.
I know the type.
I always had to sit apart from him at the bar. Or at a house party because you knew it was going to happen.
What would you rather have? I mean, if you have a choice.
Is poop going to come into play here?
No poop. No poop.
No poop?
No, meaning the no warning whatsoever, or just that horrible feeling of just knowing, oh, God, any second, and you're doing your best to fight it.
No warning.
I think I'd rather be a no-warning vomiter.
Me too.
Yep.
Because that pre-feeling is horrible.
It's terrible.
That's the worst part of it all.
It is the worst part.
You're sweating.
Yep.
Spitting.
Yeah, I think it's almost a blessing in a way.
Your stomach feels like it's
not for folks around you, though.
A washing machine turning over and
Oh, it's terrible. And I'm worried we're making people sick.
I'm not doing so good right now with this conversation.
Oh, really?
Let's move on.
Yeah, I was going to bring up more details.
Take some more dope.
Yeah.
Oof.
Don't worry about the sick one, Josh. You want to tell vomit stories? You tell vomit stories.
Oh, there's so much spit beforehand.
Oh!
Terrible.
You look like a porn queen.
Yeah.
Ashley's like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Gross.
Again, can I tell my St. Cloud State vomiting foxy lady story? Me and Donnie sat down next to a couple of gals at a bar in St. Cloud State, and Donnie said to this gal across the table, he said, I'd like to take you out on a date sometime. What do you think of that? And the gal, who was violently drunk with the rest of us, the gal, I think she heard what Donnie asked her, but I'm not 100% sure. She ducked her head under the table, and she threw up all over her feet. And she came back up, and Donnie said, I'll take that as a no. St. Patrick's Day today, like I said, binge drink, vomit all over yourself, take some drugs, dance around, end up with frostbite in the parking lot. We are one of the luckiest states, if that matters at all to you.
That's fun.
Sure as hell doesn't seem like it lately, does it?
No.
Not if you pay attention to current events.
It does not feel like... we are one of the luckiest states, along with the Iowegians, And then folks in Pennsylvania and some other stupid places, but Minnesotans and Iowegians are two of the luckiest states. Now, they base this result on things like lottery wins. Okay? So I'm to assume that a lot of Minnesotans and Iowegians win the lottery, or we just play it a lot? I'm not sure. I don't follow the lottery at all. They base it on lightning strikes.
We talked to a guy who's hit, was it once or twice?
I believe it was twice.
Yeah. Twice. That sounds right.
Lightning strikes. Okay, I would think that Minnesotans and Iowegians have poor luck with lightning strikes because of all the tornadic activity, Cubby, the severe weather that we...
Or maybe that's part of it. Like, geez, for all the severe weather you have, not a lot of people are getting hit by lightning.
All of this is silly, but another parameter, if that's the proper word, on how they're judging who's lucky and who's unlucky, how many Irish people we have in the neighborhood. Okay, so we're thick. We're dripping with Irish folks around here, so that upped our lucky rating. Financial luck, cost of living and affordability, lifestyle and safety. Like how many of us check out due to natural disasters, car accidents. Ooh, they also factor in divorce rates. So with all that piled up and estimated, ourselves and the Iowegians are quite lucky. Unlucky states, go ahead, Josh. It's the same friggin'...
Well, Mississippi's always on that list.
Texas.
Louisiana.
It's always the southern folk.
Alabama.
Right. It says here, the unlucky states have high rates of accidental death. I want more information on that.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Falling off of ladders?
Eaten by gators?
Being eaten by animals? Ooh. The unlucky states have high rates of accidental deaths both on the road. Oh, they're more specific here. On the road and at work.
Oh, that sucks.
Some bitches dying at work.
That sucks.
A lot of disasters down there, high divorce rates down there in the unlucky states.
I mean, you and I have always had that pact where if one of us, you can tell, they're not going to make it. They're about to die right here at work. We have to drag that person across the threshold, keep them alive long enough just to get to the parking lot.
Oh, God.
Not in the building.
No.
Nobody wants to die at work.
Nobody wants to die at friggin' work. So I guess we're pretty lucky around here. And again, if you've been looking out the window the last few months, you might not agree with that, but according to whoever.
If you're listening in Wisconsin, you finished 11th. You're the 11th luckiest state. Not too bad.
I don't know if I want to be lumped in with those friggin' Iowegians. You've never trusted them. You're the spawn of an Iowegian.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Good Lord.
How'd you turn out so normal?
I don't know if I'd use that word. But I'll tell you what, compared to, well, you used the word kin. Compared to my kin,
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you've shared some stories.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
There's some odd characters in there.
Compared to your cousins and whatnot,
Yeah.
you're doing wonderfully.
Yeah.
And you're nuts. Josh predicted that you'd come down from your high around 7:30, Ashley.
I really hope so. I feel uncomfortable about it.
You shouldn't.
If you're just tuning in, Ashley's back from a couple days off sick, and she's on some dope that makes her even more anxious than she naturally is. And I got to tell you, it's entertaining just watching you from across the room. You are acting like a junkie.
Dude, I know. I can't stop moving.
Physically. You sound like the regular Ashley with a little more spirit, but you're acting like, you know, in the movies where they rub their arms and they kind of squirm in their seats. We got to get our hands on some of this dope, Josh, and maybe split a 12-pack and have the greatest St. Patrick's Day of our lives.
Yeah, I wonder what it is about, because what's it supposed to help? Your stomach? Or
Yeah, so like stomach, nausea, and pain, like all in one, and it like targets your tummy.
The tummy.
Yeah, no, it's weird that it makes you anxious.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually really unlucky. A lot of medications make me that way. Like I can't have IV fentanyl for pain because of that. Even like IV Benadryl, but I can take Benadryl in pill form, just not IV. I'm really
Did
unlucky.
marijuana make you antsy?
No, that made me calm.
That chills you out?
Yeah.
Maybe you got to balance it out with a little Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do meth. That'll make it bad.
That'd be the opposite. Oh, I could never do something like that.
You're coming
too
off,
anxious?
Oh my God, I would be so uncomfortable.
You're coming off like the last days of Sid Vicious over here. For you punk rock fans. Sid Vicious. What band? Go ahead.
I'm waiting for the young people.
No, they're from the 70s, Josh. Sid Vicious?
Well, yeah, he's famous. You'd think maybe they'd...
No,
nothing? Okay, there's a dirty, horrible activity involved in their name.
Oh, the Sex Pistols?
There you go.
good job.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Every day, excessive delays and denials from big insurers keep patients from accessing the care they need. And when care is urgent, these delays can be disastrous. These practices cost billions in wasteful spending, driving up costs for American families. But while big insurers put up barriers, America's hospitals and health systems are in your corner, navigating endless reviews and appeals to get you the care you need when you need it most. It's time to curb these harmful practices and put the focus back on patients. Brought to you by the Coalition to Strengthen America's Healthcare.
I would have never thought of that.
Did you ever see the movie? Sid and Nancy?
Yeah, a long time ago, though.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
But when you said Sid Vicious, you know where my mind went immediately. Right?
Oh, yeah, the wrestler. Mm-hmm. I didn't think about him at all. I feel terrible that I didn't think about him at all after what happened to his leg.
Oh, God.
We got to take a break. We'll come back with the stupid news here in a couple minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah, man, I wore myself off. That's not how folks say it. I wore myself out talking off air.
You look very animated. I'm in a different studio, so I couldn't tell what you were talking about, but you were very physical and animated with whatever your story you were telling.
It was hilarious,
He had
Dana.
an interesting experience, and he was sharing that. Oh, God.
So I'm kind of out of wind here.
The heritage of 93X.
Oh, man.
It's like working too hard in warm-ups and you're gassed for the game.
I did some Herbies before game time, and now, yeah, Dana, it's inside industry stuff. You may not understand.
Probably not.
With your limited experience.
Sure.
It was inside industry stuff we were discussing, and any of us, you included, if you were in my situation, you would have been animated as well. I'll explain everything later.
Sure.
Do you mind if I do a little breaking news here?
Breaking news?
Unfortunately, if you have a child in District 196, which includes Rosemont, Apple Valley, and Egan, schools are closed again today. It has nothing to do with the weather. There's school threats. Apparently, multiple school threats.
Come on.
Went through the district. A lot of the schools in that district. The threat's credible enough that they're closing all the schools.
I thought it had to do with the weather.
I hate
What
this world
neighborhood
so
is this?
much.
This is Rosemont, Eagan, Apple Valley, that whole district, District 196. It's one of those things where it was credible enough they had to close everything down, and you guys know how it is. I mean, it's probably a dork somewhere with internet access.
In like Idaho or something.
Hopefully that's what it is.
Or, some other country jumping in to be a jerk. But it's credible enough they got to close the school. So I'd imagine if, like we're in our first break, my phone is blowing up from like the school app. I'm getting phone calls, emails, everything saying it's closed. So if you have a kid there, you probably are aware. But just in case.
I mean, it's not a laughing matter, but at the same time, I'd love to see the headline in the paper. South Metro deals with school threats. Quote, it's probably a dork.
It probably is. Well, yeah, I'd apologize to Nick because I'm as we're doing the first break, like I said, all these alerts were coming, and I read what it is. It's just like heartbreaking. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, and I feel bad for the kids. You know, they're going to be worried about it, and just, obviously, what an ordeal.
And today is a fun day at school.
Oh, yeah, today they wouldn't have mind going to school. Certainly.
Usually you dress up or, you know.
And I know I made a face. That was a disappointed face that I made. So I hope that wasn't distracting to you guys. But just wanted to get that out there in case you weren't aware.
Appreciate
So when
it.
I messaged you like 30 seconds ago, I was the 900th person to alert you that District 196 was closed?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Well, we're sorry to hear all that. Let's hope the cops get a hold of this dork and the kids can go back to school and have some fun as soon as possible. We lead off the stupid news. I got my win back now. We lead off the stupid news with bad news for the men of Dallas, Texas, especially those who recently ordered a brand new pocket Bronco. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, again with the stroke toys. We did just talk about slippery male stroke toys a few days ago on this here radio show, and we're going to go down that route again. By God.
I know it's not a male sex toy, but did you ever use your Clone a Willy where you pour this product over your penis and then it becomes essentially a sex toy for a woman after it hardens up? Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't pardon the pun. Keep it.
Yeah, leave
That's
that one
yours.
in there.
Well, are you talking about the first Clone a Willy kit that I owned or the second Clone a Willy
I didn't know you had two.
kit that I owned? We got them here free in the building,
Yep,
right? When
yep.
the sex shops would send all their product over here, hoping we'd talk about them on the radio. Clone a Willy. Yeah, you pour this this slop, this kind of paste over your Johnson, and then your girlfriend or wife has this permanent dildonk shaped just like you, and she takes it on road trips and whatnot. The first Clone a Willy kit I owned, the experiment failed.
Oh, really? Like just the product wasn't good.
Fell apart. I think
probably didn't have enough. You probably needed
there
more
wasn't
to cover
enough.
what you got.
I think it had expired. The paste.
I'm surprised you used it then. Sketchy, dude.
Well, I didn't look at it. I'm not really a look at the expiration date guy for anything.
I gotta look up the price of these.
It didn't hold together. The second one, Josh, never left the dresser drawer.
I want to get one for my husband. That's funny.
Oh, you can get it at Amazon. I'd be afraid my wife would share it. She uses it as a thimble.
She'd post pictures of it.
Looks like it's 20% off right now.
A little St. Patty's Day deal?
$40. If you want,
it's not bad.
Clone a Willy. Hey, give it your best shot. I thought it was garbage. So what are we talking about here? Oh, yeah, slippery male stroke-off toys. If you ordered one and you're currently living in Dallas, Texas, bad news. Someone or another snatched $250,000 worth of pecker strokers off of a train somewheres between Los Angeles and Dallas, running Texas. This was just a few days ago.
I wonder if the conductor knows what's on there. You know, there'd be a lot of jokes probably that day about running trains and things like that. I wonder how aware they are of what they're hauling.
Good question.
Like semi-truck drivers, do they always know? Did your dad know?
Good. That's also a good question. I'm not sure. All I know is he used to, when anyone would ask him what he hauled, "Oh, you're a freight hauler, huh? What do you haul?" The old man would always say everything from tinsel to tampons. I don't know if he was always aware.
I'm sure there's some obvious ones. Like there was just a semi that crashed, spilled bananas all over the road. I bet that guy knew he was hauling bananas.
Hauling bananas. So, somewheres between Los Angeles and Dallas, a fat pile of fake vaginas used for, pulling off. They were loaded onto a train in Los Angeles, but when they arrived in Dallas, they gone. 2 pallets worth of Jack toys, worth $250 Grandskis. According to a company called Odoki, the folks who made the rubber yank-off simulated vag toys in a factory somewheres, according to the company Odoki, the pallet loads of jerk sleeves were busted open. They don't know what the F happened. They just know that some modern-day Billy the Kid type of sumbitch stole all their stuff. He's a modern-day cowboy, Cubby. The Handy, that's the very unoriginal name of the exact toys that got swiped. They call the product the Handy.
I looked it up. It's quite the contraption.
Is it?
This Handy, yeah. So there's basically like a silo-looking deal that houses the battery and the motor. And then
it's automated, battery operated.
Yeah, it looks like you don't have to do much of anything.
I'll be damned.
And then there's a strap on the side that you put whatever your favorite sleeve is, and the motor raises and lowers that strap.
Whoa, that looks very large. It doesn't seem necessary.
It'll part your hair for you. 289 of them are missing. Some of them possibly lying cold, alone, dry, alongside the railroad tracks somewheres right now. A stroke toy can't live without lube for very long out there in the elements. Pray at least, Josh, whoever stole these rubber whack toys, pray at least they're being taken care of.
Yeah, they want to be used. I mean, they want to have a purpose.
The boss over there at Cody, what did I say the name of the company was? Adoki. The boss over there, he was asked about this disaster. His name is Jens, and he's sad.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Jen said the Handy has been selling like a sumbitch lately. So, he's going to be out a few bucks because of this train heist. Jen said he's hoping to work with authorities to determine how this nightmare happened. Sad Jens, the Stroke Toys CEO. He's hurt by this.
Back to the clone of Willie. I could never do it because what if somebody else saw it? That'd be my fear. Did you worry about that at all when you made yours?
No.
Also, I have questions.
You have questions?
Yep.
Well, again, it didn't work.
Yes.
So there's limited answers here for anybody.
I imagine you have to stay at attention the whole time. Was that difficult to do when doing something like that?
I was a young man.
All right.
No.
Was it just shaft or was it the whole package?
You're talking about testicles as well?
Yeah.
Oh, God. No.
Do girls want that on a sex toy?
No. Was it hard to get off of the penis after
using it? Do you know what you just said?
Don't set me up like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Was it hard to get it clean?
Well, yeah.
That seems like such a because that's a delicate area. You're supposed to be very careful with soap. Yeah. I imagine that wouldn't be pleasant.
I went into the bathroom at the bar there, and I a little soap and water, and
you're the best at not intentionally saying very graphic sexual things, Ashley.
It's because I don't think too much. I just go for it.
All right, so I was wondering, Kings of the Road, do they know what they're hauling? And overwhelmingly, truckers, and thank you for listening, have texted and said, yes, we usually do, unless it's related to the military, then we just have a time and a location. They don't know what's in there.
Time and a location.
I knew a guy, he ran a heavy hauling company, and it was so impressive, the planning that goes ahead. I mean, sometimes it's a year in planning, figuring out all the places they have to go. Stuff, like just a regular citizen, a civilian like myself wouldn't think of, but tiny bridges they might have to cross and stuff like that. That's really cool to me. Really cool. And then also just the amount of people it takes to transport it places.
I just remember getting such a kick out of hearing my dad answer the phone when he was on call as an over-the-road trucker for all those years. And I lived with him for quite a while. And I loved to hear how exasperated he was towards the end of his career, especially cold days like today. Bad, snowy, icy weather when he'd get that telephone call telling him he was going to Winnipeg or Minot or Fargo when he had to go northwest up into the wind. It was just, maybe you had to be there, but, 2 o'clock in the morning the phone would ring and hear the old man go, yeah, hello. Yeah, how's it going, Jerry? Or whoever the hell was calling in. He was always very friendly. He always said hi to the dispatcher. Oh, hey, Jerry. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Then he'd hang up the phone and do this.
That's a typical dad noise.
Definitely.
Yeah, my dad has made that noise one too many times.
That's when I knew it was Winnipeg, Fargo, or Minot.
Mm-hmm.
When they told him to go to Lincoln, Chicago, what's that other town in Nebraska that's fairly well-known? Omaha, Kansas City. He didn't make those noises. But it was Northwest in the winter. Hear that cigarette light?
Oh, this is funny, Jack.
Hear him wandering around the kitchen getting the coffee ready. Yes, Cubby.
Did your dad ever say this? It sounds like something your dad would have said. If they're hauling, if a trucker, it's empty, they got nothing in the trailer there, it's called hauling sailboat fuel. The bed of my pickup truck always has sailboat. That's why I can't fit anything in there.
You got plenty of it, don't you?
Legs for days, she just said. She was scrolling Facebook yesterday. A Temu ad popped up for ice molds of anal plugs. Did I buy it? Well, it's currently in my cart. I didn't know they had such a thing.
Buy it. That sounds cool.
Wiggle wagons. He didn't like hauling those empty wiggle wagons.
Oh, I saw one the other day. I felt bad for the guy. He was having a little trouble.
All right, what are we doing? Stupid news here? We could do truck driving talk all day if we wanted to, but we've got business to attend to. Next up we get to talk about karaoke rage.
You've seen that.
Oh, I was lucky enough to see karaoke rage in person once, and it was incredible. Incredible. Old guy, young guy, playing pool at my neighborhood bar one night. Old guy, Donnie. Young guy, Corey. You can tell by their names who's who, can't you?
Yeah.
And they had a pissin' match during this game of pocket billiards. 22-year-old guy, Corey. Donnie was probably, 66 or something. And they had something went down during this game of pocket billiards where they were going to fight.
I've never gotten a fight over billiards.
And it was just so much fun to watch. F-bombing each other back and forth. And suddenly, and it was karaoke night. And suddenly the karaoke guy says, next up on the mic, Corey. It's the young dude, right? Who was arguing with Donnie, the old guy, over this game of pocket billiards. So Corey says, oh, hell yeah, it's my turn to sing. Still with this rage, hanging over the billiard table. Corey grabs the mic. He signed up to sing Sweet Child of Mine. But Corey, being young and brilliant, altered the lyrics of Sweet Child of Mine to antagonize Donnie even further over this game of pocket billiards. So the song starts up, and Corey goes, Donnie is a friggin' douche, and I'm gonna stick a pool cue up his ass. And here comes Donnie now running from the pool table to the karaoke stage, and they start swatting at each other. I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Sounds awesome.
Gave Corey full credit for his creativity.
That is pretty funny.
And Corey wins. Corey would probably be, at this point, 40. Donnie's been dead for years. So Corey,
did he sing at his funeral? And if so, how did the lyrics go?
I wonder if Corey showed up just to say, hey, bro, no hard feelings. You're dead now. All right, karaoke rage. A guy living down south of here, far southeast of here. He lives in a terrible place. He got himself arrested for karaoke rage. Aaron is the name he goes by. He's a 35-year-old already. Aaron is. This karaoke pant wedding was something that cut loose last year at a sports bar, and now it's a full-blown court case and all that. Aaron has finally been sent to see the judge over this little meltdown. What went down with Aaron is as simple as this. At pert near 2:30 in the godforsaken AM, at that sports bar I was telling you about, Aaron busted a spring when he found out that the karaoke machine at the bar wasn't working. Either Aaron really wanted to sing karaoke that night, or he just really loved to hear and see others sing. I don't know which, but he came un-effing done when he was told the karaoke machine wasn't in play. It didn't help Aaron at all when folks tried to appease him by telling him that the jukebox was still working. That wasn't good enough. A dude called James went outside the bar with dopey-ass Aaron to help a pimp cool off. And James said, "Look, bruh, I know the karaoke machine took a but you can still play the jukebox." At that moment, Aaron yanked what they call here a Glock 9mm type of a gun out of his waistband, pointed it at James' face, and said, "I don't effing care."
Oh, gosh, this guy's tough.
I want to rock.
Cubby, Aaron even pumped one round out into the air.
A little karaoke pop.
They were so convincing.
Pop, he said, out there in the parking lot. It was a pretty serious F-up for Aaron to be swinging that weapon around. He's one of those who isn't allowed by law to possess a handgun because of his terrible past record, which includes some really cutesy stuff, like battery on a law enforcement officer, DWI, disorderly conduct, theft, resisting an officer with violence, butt-lording.
Oh. He sounds like a butt-lord.
He was once convicted of butt-lording.
That'll get you some serious time.
And violation of his probation. Stupid idiot Aaron is going to be sentenced for all this nonsense at the end of the month.
The closest I've ever seen to that is just the volume. I was at a party, a backyard party, and they had a DJ there. They were doing karaoke. And there was a guy, I mean, it was crazy loud. It was insane loud. And one guy just kind of politely asked the DJ, "Do you mind, can you turn it down a little bit? Like, nobody can hear anything back here." And they got a little heated, but basically the dude that complained walked away and realized, "I'm not going to win this one." It was outrageously loud, though. I was on the guy's side that was too loud.
I love the scene. I do. I don't take part anymore. I retired. Went on a retirement tour, singing karaoke. But I still love the vibe. It is at times way too stinking loud.
And sometimes people are just way too stinking drunk.
Yeah.
But I don't like when people try like way too hard and they're not good. They're not good. But like when people try really hard and they're good.
Oh, I love it all. I love it if they're good, if they're bad, if they think they're good but they're not, if they think they're bad but they're good. I love all of it.
That's the secret of American Idol, right? That's the recipe. You get a little bit of all that. I've seen a couple people where I thought, that person has it. I mean, they're so good.
Same here.
I knew a karaoke guy who was once... That's not the way to say it. I once knew a karaoke guy who was such a dick. I mean, he thought this was Madison Square Garden.
The host guy you're talking about? Yeah, okay.
Yes. As a matter of fact, finally, the bar owner said to this guy, "Hey, look, you had a good run, 25 years of karaoke here, right? But the gimmick just isn't drawing him in anymore, you know. So I think we're going to shut it down." And the karaoke guy said, "You're making a major mistake. I made this bar."
You're kidding. What? How can you be that full of yourself? You're the karaoke guy.
My karaoke shows are what made this bar.
I also hate the hosts where it's a packed house and they take time. You know, there's like long wait list. And they go up and they do like a 3-song set to make everybody wait longer because they're just so good.
You got to get the crowd warmed up.
That's so weird when they do that, Dana.
I know.
People are waiting. Stop.
When you said, Ashley, people that try too hard, I was thinking the host. I've seen that before. Or maybe that's kind of what they want to get in there, show you what they got.
Right, as if they think there's a talent scout out there in the audience that's going to pick up on them.
Although I will say, I don't think I've seen a host that sucked at it. You know, they were good.
Oh, God.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Is that what they regularly did, or is just something like they worked at the bar and?
No, they were karaoke.
That was their thing.
They were at least part-time professional karaoke hosts, and they couldn't carry a friggin' tune in a bucket. The one time I got real mad at a karaoke show was there were 3-4 older people who came to karaoke every Friday night, and they were excellent. They were wonderful singers. Problem was, they knew it.
And what kind of music, if you don't mind me asking? Was it kind of the same?
Old people, so it was old stuff.
Gotcha.
Sinatra and that type of a thing. They fell in love with themselves because they got a great crowd reaction. They were great singers, okay? And they always sang the same handful of songs, these 4 old-timers. And they sat right up front, so they only take a few steps for them to get the mic in their hands. But the problem was they thought so highly of themselves that when someone got up there just for fun and couldn't sing, they were offended. Why do we have to sit through this when I'm ready to sing? You know, my beautiful voice is ready. We have to put up with this?
Come on.
Let me tell you something, Cubby. There is nothing more horrific in the entire world than hearing my friend Curtis sing Still Loving You by the Scorpions. There is nothing more horrible in the entire world.
Does he know it, or does he think he's got it?
Of course he knows it.
So he's aware.
Of course he knows it. But it's beautiful, and it's hilarious, and it's Curtis being Curtis, and we love it. Well, one night, it came Curtis's turn to sing Still Loving You, and the horror begins. It's just awful. And these 4 old-timers who considered themselves professional singers, they got up out of their chairs and walked away. They wouldn't sit there while Curtis was singing. That was the closest I ever came to getting physically violent with an elderly person. I was so pissed off. How disrespectful. Right in Curtis's face, so he could see, he saw them all walk up, turn their noses to the ceiling and walk away. F you. Are the Scorpions going to come here on their final tour so I can fall down to my knees and bawl like a child?
So when they first announced a tour, I didn't see a Minnesota date. Much less did they even have... Let me look.
If we'd go again all the way from the start, I would try to change things that killed our love. All right, what the hell is this? You got to be boning me on this one, Josh. Are you boning me?
No. Not yet.
Next time, buy me dinner before you bone me. Okay, you guys are going to like this one. I really do think you're going to like this. So a dude from the Gator State, a dude told a hell of a story on social media. I believe that's where he spun his little tale, social media. And here's what he wanted folks to believe. By the way, local authorities have come forward to officially debunk this story. And I doubt it took them long to debunk this story. Here's what the jabroni wanted us to believe. He says he was kidnapped by dolphins.
Well, it's believable so far.
Yeah.
He said he was kidnapped by dolphins and forced to design an underwater city.
That sounds awesome.
Well, it's a plot line of an episode of Flipper.
He was forced to design an underwater city for the dolphins, his overlords. The dolphins forced him to build an you got to hear the whole schmear. I mean, not that there's a lot of information, but it is too good to pass up. The story online said that this dude was found by the local cops, okay? He's soaking wet on the beach somewheres, and he's drawing up blueprints. And the story said that when the cops asked him what the hell he was doing, he told the cops what I just told you. He was kidnapped by dolphins. The dolphins then communicated to him what he had to do. The dolphin said, start drawing up an underwater city for us to live in. And so he did.
I bet it's cool. I wish I could see those blueprints.
Me too. It's weird that enough people believed it that the cops had to get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a few people believed it because of how many crazy people live on social media. Right, Cubby. there was enough of a interest in this story to where the police had to go online themselves and make their own announcement calling it full-on bullshit.
I hate to do this, but it does remind me of how in Family Guy the dolphins are like the overlords.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I just watched a episode not too long ago, and
What are they command of?
they built the universe.
Dolphins built the universe.
Yeah.
On the show Family Guy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I wasn't aware of that.
Family Guy written by manatees, correct, according to South Park?
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's how they do all the cutaway scenes.
I love that.
I saw a Family Guy episode recently, speaking of the cutaway scenes, where Stewie set something up and he goes, well, that's worse than the time Peter decided he wanted to coach hockey. And then everybody just kind of stands there and he goes, oh, no clip? Thought we had a clip. No clip? Okay, moving on.
Yeah. I saw that one. That's funny.
Well, we're limited on time here, so I think I'm going to hang on to this one. I got a quick one here at the ass end just to... Are folks still doing that Airbnb gimmick?
Yeah.
Sure are.
I love using it.
Anyone got any plans to go to Manitoba?
No.
Try this joint if you like. A Manitoba Airbnb is offering you a chance to spend a night in jail. Where they're going with this bit is a decommissioned police station in Manitoba has been turned into an Airbnb. They call it the jailhouse.
Oh, I bet that's sweet.
They put a couple of beds in there. They got a this, that. The guard station's been converted into a kitchen.
I always thought that'd be the way to go if you're going to do an Airbnb, kind of one of those unique themed ones, like those tree houses.
Oh, I was just going to say that, dude, the tree houses. Or the tiny homes are cool, too.
Isn't there a pirate ship here?
Dude, a pirate ship.
I was just looking at those not too long ago. I can't remember a pirate ship. There was some cool domes, though.
My wife is going to a Barbie house in Hudson in a couple weeks for a birthday party.
I've heard amazing things about that place. It is so cool. All pink, everything.
Yep.
Jailhouse Airbnb. Look it up in Manitoba, you bastards.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, man. You know, there's a couple of those NCAA play-in games to dangle with tonight. The first four is the catchphrase they've attached to this bit. And I bet you're saying to yourself, like Ashley, for instance, is saying, who gives a rat's ass? I don't care. Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Until you learn that one of the clubs playing tonight, that would be the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. You're still making a face like this is stupid.
You don't seem excited.
I'm not there yet.
I'm about ready to drag you in. See, you guys fall for this all the time.
Let's see.
You sit there and go, where the hell is he going with this? UMBC, the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, their nickname is the Retrievers. Their mascot is a golden retriever, for cripe's sake.
That's awesome.
Huh?
I hope they go all the way.
I hope they go all the way, too. The bastards, they play Howard University.
Stupid Howard.
Yep.
You don't like that one.
F them.
You've always hated Howard, Ashley.
I know who you're cheering for.
Oh, we know who we're all cheering. So there you go, and later on you get Texas and NC State. Anthony Edwards ain't going to play tonight against the Suns. Something went wrong with his...
A1 from day one.
Something went wrong with his shoulder. Timberwolves, Suns tonight, 7 o'clock there at the arena there downtown. Pigs at the Blackhawks tonight. And the Americans face the Venezuelans tonight in the title game of what they call the World Baseball Classic. Playing for our freedom tonight, boys.
Let's win it.
Yeah.
I want to keep it.
Yeah, a little freedom would be good.
I mean, I bet it'll be good. I really do. I won't get a chance to see it, but I watched a little bit of the Venezuelans and the Italians playing in the semifinal game last night, and the crowd was uncorked. Venezuelan people uncorked for this. So I think this will be a cool scene. It will be. Yeah, does it matter? No. Are there going to be any golden retrievers at the game? No. But the vibe, I bet, will be good. If you're looking for a vibe, I don't think that'll let you down. Cubby's got more news coming up for you right quick.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
I'm Adam Devine, Chief Fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network. We'll fun it up. It better be fun. Have you ever wondered how our network actually works? Oh, wonder no more. With the support of partnering businesses and individual donors, we help raise crucial funds for 170 children's hospitals across the United States and Canada. Hospitals that provide life-changing care for all kids. Visit us online at cmn.org.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Now, LAPD is looking for a possible firearm, so there could be a closure here for a while longer. You can see the activity that still remains here on campus.
Cops captured a crazed DUI suspect who decided the roof of a middle school was the perfect place for a pre-dawn protest against gravity early yesterday morning. The odd adventurer began his day about 3:30 a.m. when a police cruiser tried to pull over a driver whose car was weaving through Sun Valley, California. Instead of stopping, he ignored those commands and sped off, sending officers on a high-speed chase. The pursuit wrapped up when the suspect's vehicle slammed into a fence near a middle school. The man bailed out of the car, sprinted onto the school grounds as officers followed close behind. Then moments later, he scaled to the roof and refused to come down.
That's pretty impressive.
You know, the most impressive part, Ashley, he was fully clothed.
Wow.
Usually in these stories, the person's naked. Police contained the area while the suspect stripped off his shirt, so he's half naked, paced around the rooftop retreat. As he did so, officers set up an inflatable landing pad, preparing for a possible splat. Luckily, however, they managed to persuade the man to climb down a pole on his own. Once he reached the ground, he briefly looked like he might climb back up, but officers moved in and placed that drunk under arrest.
Ow. Sorry, I ran into my bell over here.
I saw that.
You dated a gal who was kind of an inflatable landing pad years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very popular destination for a lot of people to land. Classes, sadly, canceled at all schools in the Rosemont-Apple Valley-Egan School District after multiple schools received threats. Those threats were delivered by voicemail overnight, discovered about 3:30 a.m. Out of an abundance of caution, the district called off classes. It's actually the second disruption related to threats in the district this school year. In December, a 16-year-old Eastview High School student was charged with 4 felony counts of threats of violence with intent to terrorize in connection with numerous social media posts, which included images of guns and a poll asking which high school he should target first. The threats led district officials to close the district back then, and the School of Environmental Studies included. Law enforcement is investigating the most recent threats.
Well, yeah, you brought it up earlier, didn't you, Cubby? And hopefully this is just some jag-off living in his great-grandmother's basement, being a jag-off. But I warn people all the time not to move their families down that way, but they all keep doing it.
Yeah, I turned out okay.
Hopefully they can catch this person as quick as they did the last time. But yeah.
Did they get him last time pretty quick?
Pretty quick. It was maybe the same day. I can't remember exactly.
What was it, a kid?
16-year-old.
Yeah.
A 32-year-old drunken Alabama moron managed to crash his motorcycle and flee the scene, leaving his injured passenger behind. Normally that would be terrible enough, but in this case, the passenger, who somehow survived, wasn't wearing a helmet, nor could they provide tell police that is what happened, mostly because the passenger is only 18 months old.
Oh, no.
Aaron Robertson, who replaced his brain with a six-pack apparently, decided to hop on his motorcycle drunk with his helmetless toddler in tow. At some point, he was speeding, lost control, and crashed, causing injuries to the child's face and head.
Dude.
This is normally where a responsible adult might call 911, but he decided the better plan was to run away from the crash, leaving his injured toddler behind.
Oh, my goodness. That is so ignorant. Crazy, ignorant, stupid.
Authorities eventually caught up with the two-wheeled genius. He was arrested on charges including second-degree assault, leaving the scene of an accident, causing injury, reckless endangerment, and reckless driving. And I'd imagine once the mother of his child gets a hold of him, it's going to be even worse.
Mm-hmm. Man, I missed the 70s too, but this is taking it a little too far. This is a little too far. Little friggin' baby on the side of the road?
18-month-old, and he took off.
All torn up on the side of the road, a torn-up baby?
In other motorcycle news, this is pretty Kawasaki. A man on a motorcycle was hit by a forklift.
What?
Apparently, it fell off a truck in Cleveland.
What?
According to police, a trailer hauling multiple forklifts hit an overpass. That caused one of the forklifts to fall off the truck and hit a motorcyclist.
Great. Now I got to worry about trucks carrying forklifts around.
Yeah, you thought those trees from Final Destination were all you had to worry about.
Yeah.
The 56-year-old rider was taken to the hospital for treatment, as you can imagine.
He did not expect that.
No, he was solo. No little kids on that thing.
If you go to the bar later and try to tell that story, nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. No, okay, a forklift.
Yeah, really, man?
An alert California Highway Patrol officer narrowly avoided becoming an unwilling hood ornament when a distracted driver plowed into the back of a stopped patrol vehicle. After the crash, the driver offered a refreshingly honest review of the situation. He admitted he was watching YouTube videos and never saw the road flares.
Never saw it.
Or the squad car lights. Or all the cops in the road.
He was really into those videos.
Or the other crashed videos with their vehicles, that is, with their lights flashing.
Must have been naked videos.
It must have been riveting. Riveting, whatever he was watching. The highway less so for him. The incident unfolded the night of March 3rd as cops responded to a three-vehicle crash. CHP officers were clearing the scene and had arranged a trail of flares across the right lanes, a brightly lit warning which drivers might want to steer elsewhere, but not this guy. Moments later, a cop spotted a white truck drifting his way. For a brief, alarming instant, it looked like he might be flattened or squished like a gory tube of blood-soaked human toothpaste, but he shuffled aside at the last possible moment as that truck slammed into the squad. Following the incident, police reminded drivers that taking their eyes off the road, even for just a few seconds, can have serious consequences.
Yeah, it can be trouble.
Yeah, luckily there were no serious injuries here. I mean, the guy was going freeway speeds, crashed into the back of the patrol car.
Watching his telephone, huh?
Yep. A motorist in southern Wisconsin made a bold bid to bend the laws of physics, and unfortunately for him, the laws of traffic, too. His motivation was to get to work on time. Early last Tuesday, the driver was stopped for traveling 106 miles per hour in a 55.
Whoa!
He told the officer he was trying to get to work on time. Police pointed out the issue with his pedal-to-the-metal punctuality plan was that, sure, he may have arrived at his destination sooner, but only if he wasn't caught, which he was. The arresting officer made it clear that due to the time it took for him to complete the citation, the man was late anyway, and much later than he would have been had he just gone the speed limit.
That's really cooking.
Yeah,
That's scary fast.
He obviously can get in some trouble if he's later. Maybe he's a repeat offender. That'd be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they got him. A Florida cop traded his badge for a booking photo after using law enforcement databases to track down a woman he met while working security on the set of the Apple TV show Bad Monkey, starring Vince Vaughn. 28-year-old Lamar Roman, a Monroe County Sheriff's Office deputy, former, who'd only been on the job less than a year, was arrested and fired last Tuesday. Investigators said his downfall began after becoming fixated on what he later described as a, quote, shiny thing, which he just had to have. The one-sided romance began when Roman spotted a bus of extras pulling up to the set. One of them catching the deputy's wandering eye. He began whistling and catcalling, which women love.
Mm-hmm.
He was in uniform and on duty. "Oh, my God, why didn't nobody tell me we were bringing models to set?" Roman very loudly said in poor English.
That's awkward.
Then he reached out on Instagram to the woman, but she didn't reply. He told her something along the lines of, "I need your name and number just in case I pull you over someday." That line turned out to be less playful and more of a plan. The flirtation drifted from awkward to unlawful. He used law enforcement systems to look up the woman in the Florida's Driver and Vehicle Information Database and the National Crime Information Center. Systems intended for serious police work, not romantic reconnaissance. He also placed her license plate on a hot list, which would alert him whenever license plate readers spotted it. Eventually, it pinged. The alert popped up while he was on duty. Investigators said the deputy sped well past the speed limit, passing 3 vehicles, forcing a truck off the road.
Oh, my God.
Before catching up to the woman and pulling her over. Apparently, he just wanted to say hi.
I'd be so scared.
Later, the woman told investigators she felt uncomfortable with comments he made during the stop, including, "Oh, I thought you had a boyfriend." She was also unnerved that he'd been able to find her so easily. "I told you I'd find you and pull you over," he responded. "And I was hoping your boyfriend was in the car so I can pull him out and give him a hard time." During an interview with investigators, he acknowledged the obvious. "I know it's stupid," he said. When asked to explain himself, his answer only added a little extra bewilderment to an already baffling story. "I mean, I saw a shiny thing and teasing and all, and I knew when I put that I'm like F. And that's why I stopped right after and nothing else."
This guy's a cop?
What?
I don't know how he passed a written test.
That sounds like a 4th grader.
I know. There's words missing here. He's going to see a courtroom on Thursday where shiny things usually are limited to handcuffs. Sheriff Rick Ramsey later addressed the situation in a statement. "I'm committed to keeping the community informed of significant events that occur in this agency, good and bad, and this was bad."
Very bad.
Well, that dude sucks.
Yeah, he's terrible.
That is absolutely terrifying. I can't imagine seeing somebody and then they messaged me and the next thing you know they're pulling you over. I would think I was going to die that day.
Is it the liquor talking, Josh, or it seems like more and more cops are using their little inside information to try to get squish?
Boy, I don't know. I mean, there's certainly been a couple. It's well publicized. I'm hoping it's well publicized because it just doesn't, it's not norm at all. But yeah, man. This guy really wanted to get some, and obviously really, really stupid on many levels. I thought they tracked that stuff pretty well.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of beside the point, but that Bad Monkey show was very good.
Yeah, it was.
I haven't watched that.
It's fun.
Where do you catch that?
Apple TV.
Oh, I already said Apple TV.
Yeah, they got a 2nd season coming out.
You got a 2nd season coming out.
Yeah, I need one.
A Minneapolis man's facing multiple charges after stalking a woman he met on a dating app and then stealing her 3-legged dog. The 27-year-old met an unlucky woman on a dating app last month. The couple went on just 2 dates.
Don't be stealing my friggin' dog.
Especially my 3-legged dog.
I'll kill you if you steal my dog.
After the 2nd date, she told him it just wasn't meant to be. But he believed persistence might lead to more porking and reportedly contacted her through social media, text messages, and phone calls.
Porking?
Some porking, yes.
Okay.
Sexual intercourse. You swine.
I haven't heard that one. I can't even think the last time
He thought maybe if he just continued contacting her, she'd come to her senses and realize what a catch he is. On March 9th, the victim called police to report that someone had broken into her Bloomington home and taken her dog, a 3-legged, very good boy. Footage from a doorbell camera captured the man at her home multiple times that day. Around 7 p.m., he was spotted on the front steps attempting a classic canine con, luring a dog away with treats.
You know what? Go ahead and take my 3-legged dog. I want to see how fast you'll bring her back. That's a
I'm
lot
not
of
dealing
work
with
sometimes.
this thing.
Yep.
While officers were at the scene, the victim called him. He initially denied taking the dog, but eventually admitted it and said he'd bring the dog back. When he arrived, cops listened in on a conversation between the two. He admitted that he looked up her address online and had been coming to her home repeatedly, even doing a little lawn-side surveillance, watching her in the backyard while she was on a date with someone else.
Yeah.
With an almost impressive lack of self-awareness, he said he got into the house through an open door and took her dog as part of a plan to return like a hero who had rescued her pet, getting on her good side again, gaining back her attention, and in his mind, becoming the man of her dreams.
I get it, sure.
In a later interview with investigators, he said he'd called or texted the victim 30 to 40 times over the prior 2 weeks, even creating fake phone numbers to try and trick her into answering.
Boy, there's a few dudes out there that are in dire need of a blowjob.
They just can't get over it.
My goodness, dude.
The victim told police his behavior caused her to feel unsafe in her own home and fear for her life. She even considered moving or quitting her job due to his relentless, misguided pursuit. He's been charged with burglary and stalking.
Come on.
Which are both felonies.
Jesus, I mean, what are we doing? Stealing a dog?
Yeah, I'm sure he thought, gosh, this is so smart. I mean, she's not going to be able to help but want me back.
Can't deny that it's a clever plan. But,
Like she wouldn't be suspicious that he found the dog?
Yeah, she'd be very suspicious.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. It ran right to you? What?
Amazing.
I mean, that's just not... You're risking your life. You steal somebody's dog.
Yep.
A Crystal PD canine uncovered a suspect who apparently believed he'd discovered the perfect police-proof place to hide, a recycling bin. But his plastic hideout on wheels didn't work the way he thought it would. Over the weekend, a suspected car thief attempted an eco-friendly escape by hiding inside the bin while evading officers. While the suspect tried to stay out of the spotlight, a canine, Ace, was ready to rock and roll all night. During the search, Ace picked up the suspect's trail. And the man quickly learned recycling bins are not invisibility cloaks because he tracked them straight to that container. Ace couldn't quite get inside the bin, but he didn't need to. He jumped on top and held the suspect inside until officers got there and got him to surrender.
That's badass. I love when dogs do their job.
Mm-hmm. Join Security Kennel for the first day of Springer Bingo and Silent Auction Friday night at 6 at the Chanhassen Recreation Theater. Enjoy a fun night of bingo, great silent auction items, door prizes, and some refreshments while supporting a powerful cause. Serenity Kennel provides temporary foster care for pets when their owners enter chemical dependency treatment, so no one has to choose between recovery and their animal. Don't miss first day of Springer. Did you post this, by the way, Ashley? I know you were gone for a little while. I sent it to you a while ago.
But I will post it.
Okay. Eventually, you can get your tickets at 93x.com and support people, pets, and recovery in our community. Billy Corgan is 59 today. Rob Lowe turned 62. Gary Sinise, 71. Kurt Russell, 75. Shout out to Richard, Jewish Jesus' boss, who wants us to tell him he's an old man. Congratulations to Kayla. She bowled a 300 Saturday at a 9-pin tournament. Says her husband, Bad Company Jesus.
That's wonderful.
That is awesome. That's
picture on the wall.
Oh, for sure. I hope you get like a plaque or some sort of award.
They'll put your picture on the wall, at least the bowling alleys that I hang out.
And happy birthday to True Eater Jesus. That's 93X News.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Randy Shaver has diarrhea. He's at home in a diaper, unable to get himself to the microphone. Brad Ryder, unavailable. C Willi Myles in studio.
In the house, brother, because you know, diarrhea, whatever, I'm coming.
You'll be here.
Right. Just got to clench it, baby. Clench it.
You're tougher than that, aren't you, C. Willi?
Absolutely, man.
But it works every time. Randy just got off of an airplane, you get sick.
Right.
Every friggin' time. Although you travel quite a bit.
I thought he drove.
Oh, that's right. He did drive. Well, then he caught it here. I really think he caught the Norwegian lungworm, the same.
It's going around.
The same disease that I had for a good month and a half, which I'm still just on the verge of completely ridding myself of. But that's the way it always works, it seems. You come home from a trip, you're sick for a week or two. So, Randy, not in the mix. Thank you for being here, C. Willi Myles.
Absolutely, man. Love it.
Are you the type to take interest in the big, fat-ass NCAA basketball tournament?
Absolutely not.
And that's been the sports segment today.
You see, do you like fill out a bracket or anything
No.
to get into that part?
It's not that I don't follow it. I don't partake in it nightly. It's just too much.
It's too much.
There are a lot of games.
And I always say this because a lot of people ask me that because when you play the game and coach it for as long as I did, man, sometimes when you get away from it, you can easily get caught up in it. It's like being an addict, you know? I can fall back into it really hard, and I don't want that. I walked away from it.
So the games start tonight. There's some play-in games. I get it.
You get me a Cinderella team, I'll follow that sucker all the way through.
Oh, you know you'll get one. You'll get one or two. It happens every year.
But I need them to win a couple of games.
Okay.
Though. I can't have them just win one game and go, oh, my God, we're winning a game. Yeah, you're always going to surprise somebody.
So if, say, I don't know, one of the teams playing tonight, the University of Maryland
and Baltimore.
Baltimore County. If they go on a run, they'll grab the attention. High Point, if they defeat Wisconsin in the first round. Right. Of course, the Cinderella stories, the upsets are what we're all looking for.
Last time I got overly involved, I think, was Cleveland State.
Cleveland State, the Vikings.
Right.
What about them? What happened?
They got on a run.
A few years ago? I don't remember.
Years ago.
Cleveland State. Yeah, I don't dial into it the way I did when I was young, when you had you were involved in 7 different pools.
Oh, my God.
You fill out the bracket, a lot of money changing hands. But I still do really enjoy watching the games. Tonight I won't be able to watch the games because I'm going to go see the Timberwolves in person. But I'll get into it. I will.
Yeah.
Although I don't watch random college basketball the way I used to.
Right.
When I was a young person, we'd go to Sunsets in Wayzata in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday morning, we'd have breakfast around 10. College basketball would start at 11. We'd watch it all day long. Yeah. So when the tournament started, I had some idea who I was dealing with when you look at the bracket. I don't have a friggin' clue.
You remember Jay Cousineau?
Of course.
That's where I used to hang out.
Yeah.
We love the tournament games. I'm more of a Sweet 16, 8, Final Four
So
type
you'll
of
get
guy.
there.
I'll get there, yeah. Just not I don't get there from the weeding out of the week.
Well, do you like ungodly amounts of money? A company called Kalshi. What do they do? Make blue jeans? Who is Kalshi?
I think they're like a betting platform.
Oh.
Where they have something to do with that.
They will hand over $1 billion if someone puts together a perfect, again with this gimmick, but it's every year. They'll hand over one. This is the first time I've heard of $1 billion.
It's usually $1 million.
Yeah, million's the highest. Warren Buffett. Is that who did the? Yeah. I haven't heard anything more than $1 million either.
Kalshi will hand you $1 billion if you put together a perfect NCAA men's basketball tournament bracket. Quicken Loans has a $1 million prize for a spotless bracket, but Kalshi's going with $1 billion. So you better get on their website or whatever and find out more if you think you've got it in you.
Well, it's all just free advertising to make that offer because the odds that we've talked about before in years past, it's statistically nearly impossible.
But even so, $1 billion worth of free advertising?
Encouraging a lot of cheating.
They've got some type of insurance thing built in that they probably paid for that will offset the cost.
$1 billion insurance policy? I mean, I know what you're saying, that when those big prizes, usually they have it, but there's somebody that's insuring $1 billion? That's incredible.
That's a good question. But, you see it every Super Bowl, every NCAA basketball tournament, a few companies, again, just to get their name out there, they play this game. But $1 billion is kind of scary.
Right.
I would assume they're going to kill me. It'd be cheaper to have me killed than it would to pay me $1 billion.
Absolutely.
Imagine them sweating out the national championship game. They offer the kids playing in the game like $1 million to take a dive.
That's exactly what would happen.
It's like the prison ward in the movie Shawshank Redemption at the ass end. He's watching the game with a revolver in his gap. That would be the owner of Kalshi is that prison warden from Shawshank. Okay, does anyone know the odds off the top of their head? I have it in front of me. It doesn't even look like a real number.
Yeah, 0, really. They just won't say 0. It's closer to 0 than anything.
1 in 9.2 quintillion.
0.
That's your chance of a perfect Yeah, I used
so
to.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Right. I used to kind of know what I was getting myself into because I was a much more stern follower of college basketball. Now I only watch the Golden Gophers. I don't know where the hell you find the time to watch random college ball games anymore. When you're 22, that's quite easy, but nowadays, no. The last time I won real money, and I bring this up every NCAA basketball tournament, the last time I won real money from a bracket pool was 1995, real money, when Big Country, Bryant Reeves, took the Oklahoma State Cowboys to the Final Four. I loved watching Big Country play because he was this big, oafish center, fresh off of a farm. This dude had a chew on his lip and cow turds in his ears when he showed up at Oklahoma State to play college basketball for Sutton. What was his first name? Eddie Sutton?
Eddie Sutton, yeah.
And took him all the way to the Final Four. That was the last time I really won any real money off of this situation.
Big Country.
Skull Bitches Jesus said the odds of a perfect bracket, you take the weight of a blue whale in paper clips and you got to pick one.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Can I tell my Big Country story again? This is part of the reason why I fell in love with the kid and backed his basketball team, supported that basketball team all the way into the Final Four. Again, he was fresh off of a farm in Oklahoma, Bryant Reeves. Ended up going to the NBA. It didn't work out for him. But fresh off a farm in Oklahoma, terrific high school basketball player. The head coach for the Cowboys at the time, Eddie Sutton, gave Bryant Reeves his very first airplane ride, I believe. Once he signed his letter of intent to Oklahoma State, they flew him to Stillwater, to the campus, and it was Bryant Reeves' very first airplane ride. And he's sitting next to Coach Eddie Sutton, who'd been on 5 million airplane rides at that point in his life. And Reeves said, I'm having problems. My ears are popping in and out. What do I do? And Coach Sutton said, try some chewing gum. Coach Sutton gets up, takes a piss, comes back, and Bryant Reeves had stuffed chewing gum into his ears.
No. Oh, no.
It's hilarious.
Stuffed it into his eardrums.
Well, that's Big Country.
Oh, wow, look at this. Somebody forwarded me. Oh, where is this? Oh, a listener of ours, Bug-Eye Wagon Jesus, has some old Bryant Reeves trading cards from when he was a member of the Vancouver Grizzlies, which no longer exist. Oh, no, a star player for the University of Alabama. Let me look at my bracket. Christ, they are a 4 seed in the tournament. That's a pretty solid. A star player for the University of Alabama basketball team just got arrested and charged with first-degree possession of marijuanas right before the damn tournament.
My God.
Cops say he had more than a pound of grass in his house.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a good amount.
That's a grip.
I thought he just had a baggie in his pocket or something.
Is that a grip?
That's a grip, babe.
That'll get the job done.
Right.
I was wondering, what, somebody who's, I wish Ashley was here, but somebody who's really into smoking marijuana, a pound, when do you go through that? A month? I don't know enough. Maybe, I'm sure people know they can text in.
Yeah, somebody can text in. I don't know enough.
I always smoked it way too fast.
Right.
Because every story I saw on this said it was incredible that somebody would have a pound of weed.
That's a lot of weed. That's a lot of weed.
That's what I was curious, like what that means to somebody who's maybe a daily user or a few times a week.
You think about a pound of hamburger.
Oh.
And then try to do that and just shake.
Well,
do a pound of shake. Just keep grinding up like oregano till you get to a pound of oregano.
That is a wonderful way to put it. I mean, yeah.
That's a lot.
Josh, imagine the weight of a pound of hamburger in your hand.
I can go through that in a day easily.
You can feel it. But
right. You can eat a pound of hamburger.
Hey, I can smoke a pound of hamburger.
Would you try to do that in weed?
A couple people are saying yes, about a month. Oh, here we go. Ashley, she's listening. She just messaged and said it would take her about 6 months.
Everyone's got a different answer here. People are saying a year, maybe 2 years,
That's
6
a
months,
stack.
5
weekend.
If you're just like a casual weed, but if you're like a regular weed smoker, it would take you that long to get through at least a month, and that's if you're an everyday smoker.
I was never any good at it. I was notorious for always smoking it way too fast. I would take huge hits when I was a kid. And when you're at a house party when you're 16, 17, that made me pretty unpopular. Because I would just suck it down and hey, how about pass it this way, right? You never wanted a guy who took too big of a hit. I was the too big of a hit guy, and I'd end up just paralyzed for the rest of the night.
I have a friend of mine who was actually from Jamaica who went to St. Cloud State with me. He was a big weed smoker, but he would smoke blunts. Blunts that's a little bit chunkier than just a regular joint. and even he, like, you give him a pound of weed, he'd be, you bumbleclot. No, I couldn't. No.
So, all right, so 5 more feet of fury. She's said, pound of weed. What you do is you take the weight of a blue whale in paper clips. Each one of those paper clips is 1 joint.
Right.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What were you saying about a bumbleclot? What the hell? Bumbleclot. What is that?
That's a Jamaican word.
Big fat joint?
Yeah. No, that's not. It's not a word for joint. It's bumbleclot. I don't know. It's a word they use for stupid, crazy.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm following you. Yeah, that marijuana.
Bumbleclot.
This kid, this Alabama basketball player, the last name is Holloway, and he's a solid contributor to their program. He averages near 17 points a game. And again, this is a 4 seed in the tournament. They could use him. Chances are he won't be suiting up for their first game. I don't know how they work this out with the NCAA. Maybe they're going to tell him he can't play at all. But a narcotics task force kicked down the door of his house. So they must have known something about this. And they found the dope. They found the paraphernalia. They found cash.
Well, if he had a pound, he was likely distributing it, selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Because they found a whole bunch of other stuff that somebody was selling it at his house.
Oh, if a narcotics task force is at your door, you're not just some schmuck who likes to get high and watch cartoons.
Right. My thing is they could have done that at any time. I'm pretty sure he had it.
Yeah.
They just waited till
kind of cold-blooded.
Tournament start.
Cold-blooded to do
Come
it
on, man.
2 days before the tournament.
They waited until they got their bets in on the other team they're playing in the first round.
Exactly. We win in this first game. That's for sure.
Well, this is interesting. A listener texted in to say, in Alabama, they treat marijuana like you killed somebody. They're very serious about their marijuana laws.
Absolutely.
I don't even know the marijuana laws around here.
Right.
So.
I don't think anybody does.
Nobody does.
So confusing.
Even when we ask the cops sometimes when they're in here, they're like, all right, hold on, let me think for a second.
Another listener says this kid's been kicked out of school already, so he's done. He's not going to play in the tournament. What a friggin' drag.
Well, a pound of weed, he's going to jail. He's not playing in any tournament.
Yeah,
he's prison tournament.
His next game is going to be like a longest yard situation.
Right, exactly.
The difference between how long a pound of weed would last for marijuana smokers via text is insane.
Oh, yeah. It really is.
I mean, there's a few people that said 2 weeks, and then there are a few people that say 2 years. I mean,
it all depends on how you were raised.
I guess so.
Right.
I bet if someone put a joint stick in your mouth, Josh, I bet you'd hit it too hard.
Oh yeah, because I eat so feverishly. I'd imagine.
I was more basing it on your anxieties.
I'm not as bad as I let on, but I don't know. I guess I'd be too nervous to do it.
I always hit it too hard. Man, I used to get baked, and it was just a disaster. I never got any better at it, which is why I kind of just stopped. I was never fully into it. I'm talking about high school into my early 20s, college days. I mean, of course, it's always around. I never got any better at it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. The only times I really smoked weed was my freshman year at college at St. Cloud State, and in the dorms I had prolific weed smokers on my floor. And they would just want to get me as high as possible. And it was just no fun for me. I'm like, I'm miserable. And they're all laughing at me, like, oh, Wessel Stone, look at me, can't even move. I'm like, I'd rather just have a couple beers.
Right. I've seen you stoned. You're like in a different world.
Oh, yeah.
You seem like you have no idea where you are, what's going on. You know what you are? You're kind of a lifeless robot.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
Lifeless robot.
Wow, how about this? I mean, this is very interesting, and we appreciate your input here from folks who mess around a lot with illegal drugs. We're talking about marijuana. It would take 12 to 16 quart-sized mason jars filled with marijuana to make a pound. Are you picturing such a thing?
Yeah.
So, wow, that is a lot of grass.
Yeah. It's a grip.
A lot of people. It is a grip.
Boomba clot.
People are saying that means mother effer.
Yes.
Oh.
People
I don't
are
want to say that here.
also saying that 2 pounds is the most you can have at your own home recreationally, according to text here.
Where?
In Minnesota.
Oh. So you can
don't know any
Southern Minnesota or Northern Minnesota? Yeah, because not Minneapolis.
Really? This is just one listener's take.
No, there's a bunch of listeners that
you
are
can have 2 pounds of grass here.
Yeah, this is according to these texts, so I have no idea what's legit.
You guys better
not.
put a disclaimer on
Again,
this.
we have, this is not any of our field of expertise. I am so confused. But we all are. 1 pound of weed makes 454 joints. Again, these are just listeners texting in. I take their word for it because the brother and sisterhood rarely misleads us. 454 joints, Josh.
That's a lot of joints.
Joint sticks. That's what the old guys called it when I was a kid. I remember one afternoon we were watching. If you're around my age, you probably watched this damn near every day the same way we did. When Guns N' Roses came out with their Live from the Ritz concert. It was on MTV constantly when Guns N' Roses hit it big. Did you watch that one, Josh? Live at the Ritz in New York City?
Yeah, a buddy of mine had it.
We watched it almost every day. We were obsessed with that live concert footage. We were over at a buddy's house, and we're all teenage kids sitting there watching GNR live from the Ritz. And my buddy's dad comes down the stairs, and he looks at the television screen. Well, Steven Adler / Axl Rose, Duff McKagan, and Izzy Stradlin, every member of Guns N' Roses has a cigarette in their mouth while they're performing. Well, this dad saw something different, and he says this: does everybody in this outfit have a permanent joint stick in his mouth? They're cigarettes.
Joint stick.
Friggin' hillbilly.
All right, so more marijuana education. This person said, I work for a cannabis business, and yes, you can have 2 pounds in your home, 2 ounces on your person in public. And folks are saying when it comes to medical marijuana, have as much as you want.
We appreciate the effort. We're going to forget all about this within 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When they were first doing the medical marijuana study, C Willi, I was asked if I wanted to be a part of it because I have epilepsy. And I turned it down. I've never even had half of marijuana. I've barely even been around marijuana. So I just felt like, at the time I was maybe in my 30s. Like, I think I'm too old to start. So I just said, I appreciate that. Maybe give that to somebody else. Way before, and I told a couple buddies, and they're like, you moron. You could have given that to us. Why don't you share it with us?
All right, now here's a guy, Minneapolis Dan Jesus. He says, is anyone texting about how much a pound of weed costs? No, I have not seen that yet. Does anyone know?
Never even thought of that.
Oh, God. What would I need to give an illegal drug dealer in trade for a pound of weed? Feel free to text us that information. Whether it's misleading or not, we wouldn't know any better.
Yeah, maybe the cannabis worker can let us know what that would go
Exactly.
There are a couple of those NCAA play-in games to dangle with tonight. The University of Maryland, Baltimore County, the Retrievers, don't you know? Their mascot is a golden retriever. They will play Howard University. They're practically neighbors. One is in Baltimore, the other's in Washington, D.C., so I would imagine these kids probably grew up playing with and against each other. Later on tonight, you get Texas and North Carolina State.
Okay, as far as the cost per pound of marijuana is less if you're a hot-ass chick.
Well, again, just like all the other questions we've wanted answers to this morning, we're getting various responses. One person says it's $1,000 for a pound. One says $800. One says $2,500. One says...
Depends on the quality.
And we have a police officer here.
Whoa.
As a member of Minnesota law enforcement, lawmakers have made it vastly confusing and no one really even cares anymore.
Oh, I back that up.
It is confusing.
Until they pull you over and find one and slap cuffs on you, then you know what I mean?
I'm sure the cops are like, you know what, forget it. We can't figure this. It's not worth the effort.
You're all going to jail.
I mean, we're having fun right now because this is a fun crowd.
Right.
But it is probably my least favorite subject on earth.
Right.
Is marijuana and marijuana laws. I am so friggin' tired of hearing about it.
I swear.
Balls like Tennis Balls Jesus said, "You're forgetting the most important law. One joint is an eternity of damnation." LOL. Yes, I agree.
Oh.
Sinners.
That's how
Nothing
you've
but
avoided.
sinners.
You have avoided sin.
I try. I do
In
my
almost
best.
every department of your life, you've avoided sin.
I make it a point to.
And speaking of you religious types, you likely already know this. The Brigham Young University men's basketball team will play in the NCAA tournament. They are a 6 seed. But because of their beliefs over there, the BYU ball club will not play basketball on Sundays. They cannot. They will not. So they have to be smashed into one of the brackets that plays on a Thursday, Saturday type of rotation. They can't be in on the Friday, Sunday schedule.
Interesting.
I think I'd heard that before. So that's interesting. Yeah, when Brigham Young makes the tournament, the committee has to sit down and say, well, these guys won't play on Sunday. We got to put them. And I guarantee they don't roll on the Shabbos. Shomer Shabbos. They don't roll on Saturdays, do they?
No.
They don't work. They don't drive a car. They don't effing ride in a car. They don't handle money, and they sure as hell don't effing roll.
It's been a while.
Shomer Shabbos.
Been a while since I've seen that one.
It's one of the greatest scenes in movie history.
It is.
I like the part, too, when he's John Goodman, right?
Yeah.
Big Lebowski, if you're totally
Big
in the dark.
Yeah.
I like the part when John Goodman is adamant about how quickly he could get the dude a tow.
Yeah.
And he starts that scene at the cafe. They have to... All right, so, yeah, C. Willi Myles earlier, he said, maybe if there's a Cinderella story, maybe when we get to the Great Eight or the Final Four, you'll dial into the NCAA tournament. So, you know, I don't know. You're kind of the wrong guy to ask. I had a couple of NCAA tournament trivia questions here. I mean, Dana and Josh are obviously welcome to... No player has scored more points in a single NCAA tournament than who? Okay? And I have a hint for you if you'd like a hint. No player ever has scored more points in a single NCAA tournament than who?
Ralph Sampson.
I'll throw Pistol Pete Maravich.
Those are both good guesses. Pistol Pete scored a pile of points. What did he average in college? Like 40 points?
Yeah, 44 points a game, I think. And that was before the three-point line, too.
Which probably hurts him that there was no three-point line.
Exactly.
And I don't know if LSU ever did any real damage in the tournament other than Pistol Pete.
That's a good point.
Ralph Sampson scored a lot of points. Virginia made it to the Final Four maybe once while he was there. Good guesses.
Yeah. I suppose you got to have a deep run, too.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. 1989. 1989. What was the song that... Steel Panther, what was the year they sang about, Josh? Was it 87? It was 87, wasn't it? The Steel Panther song, 1987? You don't know what I'm talking about?
I'm thinking of the Mr. Big song, like 1992.
Right. Mr. Big had a song.
Steel Panther has a year.
Yeah, they had a song called 1987 where they're like, David Coverdale was really cool and Guns N' Roses.
1987. That's right.
1989. Any guesses? Dana C. Willi. No one scored more points in a single NCAA tournament than
Scott Howard.
Dude, that's a good guess.
I'm trying to think who was a rookie in 1990 because I'm guessing this guy probably went pro after this.
Glenn Rice.
Oh, man, I forgot about GR.
But Scott Howard is a great guess.
He was so good.
No one knows why Scott Howard is a great guess. He was friggin' Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
You guys never saw him play basketball?
Nope.
I love it.
I didn't follow his college career. I checked out after his last high school game.
After Teen Wolf 2? When he looked a lot different, didn't he?
He did. It's weird. He kind of looked like the fat kid from Stand By Me.
In the 1989 men's NCAA basketball tournament, Glenn Rice scored 184 points, and I can break it down for you. He scored 23 against the Musketeers of Xavier. He scored 36 against Southern Alabama. I don't know their nickname. 34 against the North Carolina Tar Heels in the Sweet 16. 32 against Virginia. That was past Ralph Sampson's days, though. In the Elite Eight, he scored 32 against Virginia, 28 against Illinois in the Final Four, and 31 against Seton Hall in the national championship game. Scott Howard.
I want to watch that movie again.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah.
It's very good. Actually, I never saw Teen Wolf 2. I love Jason Bateman. But
terrible.
he gets made fun of a lot for that movie.
It's one of the worst things that's ever happened.
Really?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Josh, you want to rent a cargo van with me and try to recreate that scene where he's doing a handstand on top of it?
I don't have the core strength. Can I drive?
Yeah, okay. I'll do it. You know me. They call me Mr. Core.
And Cubby, I watched Teen Wolf 2 a lot more recently than you would anticipate.
Really? Anyone should have.
Had you seen it before?
No, but I watched it for the first time 2 months ago. Teen Wolf 2. What's the name of the kid again?
Scott Howard?
No, the actor.
Oh, Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. Yeah. And Styles sucks in Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, it's not the same Styles?
No, it's not the same. Remember, in the first Teen Wolf, Styles rules.
Yeah, he was great.
He's a good actor. He's a fun. Styles sucks in Teen Wolf 2. And he's a boxer. He's not even a basketball player. He's a boxer. It's so terrible.
I know that. So from the podcast Smart Lists, they bring it up every once in a while how much because Jason Bateman's on it. They bring up how much Teen Wolf 2 sucked. He gets crap for that all the time.
The Northfield boys basketball team. Someone help me out. Does the boys basketball tournament start this week also? Don't they have this on television, Channel 45, the whole schmear? Can anyone find that out? I have such a terrible time finding high school sports information online. But wouldn't this be the week of the damn boys basketball tournament? Whenever it is, the Northfield boys basketball team is going to go ahead and play in the state tournament. They haven't played in the tournament in 94 years.
My God, why go now? You're going to have to answer that question. You weren't even alive, neither was your grandparents.
Well, their head coach was on. 1932 was the last time Northfield kids played basketball in the boys tournament, and their head coach played for that team.
Oh, my God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, he would be. But that's wonderful. Good for 94 friggin' years.
Wow.
Their mascot is a cow.
Well,
at Northfield High School.
Yeah.
I explained why it took them so long to get here.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Moo.
Moo.
Is that what they sound like, Ashley?
What does a cow say? Moo.
Oh, I suppose you're going to allow that right now.
Although
I remember that thing.
They are the Raiders, Northfield, but their mascot is a cow. I think that's incredibly cool.
Wow. I don't get that, but okay. Can't be a Raider and then have a cow walking around.
Well, I don't know exactly what they're doing down there, C. Willi Myles, but
I had a hard time with that with St. John's when we used to play them, St. Claus State. St. John's, they mascot is the Johnny, just like a regular guy.
Yeah, they're the Johnnies.
Yeah,
it was just a dude wearing a St. John sweater and a pair of pom-poms in his hands?
It'd be a different dude named John.
Oh, it's a dude named John?
Yeah, it's Johnny. You just walk around.
I like the idea of a cow mascot, especially if it's a live cow.
I wonder if they can do that.
Yeah, it's got to be alive.
Well, they had that Texas Longhorn. That didn't go well. And they bought the big Longhorn out and they got away.
Well, yeah.
Adios.
Bevo, wasn't that his name?
Yeah.
Do I have the right? University of Texas, who plays tonight. Again, we mentioned that a minute ago. I swear to God, their big Longhorn mascot that would run on the ball field was called Bevo.
I want to say you're right. Didn't Oklahoma, who's the Cowboys? Didn't they have a bull and a wagon?
Well, Oklahoma, the Sooners had the
wagon.
A stagecoach
pulled
by something.
Yeah, bulls.
Well, I thought it was horses.
Oh, no.
Pulled by bulls?
I don't know.
Anthony Edwards ain't going to play tonight against the Phoenix Suns. Something went wrong with his shoulder, so we'll have to see where that takes him. 7 o'clock tonight at the arena here in town. My wife and I are going to go over there, and we'll be looking for Pee-Pees and Poo-Poo's Jesus.
What time is it at?
7 o'clock, I think.
All right, that's doable then.
Are you still high?
No, I was just because I know you don't like to go out late.
Oh, yeah,
I was afraid for you.
Yeah, we're very what's the word I'm looking for? Your name is Ashley. We're very measured when we go to a basketball game,
right? To
make sure, because our next opportunity for a home game for the wife and I to go to would be an 8:45 start. Not going to do that. So
right.
7. I appreciate you worrying about me.
Yeah.
Ashley's her first day back today from a sickness, and we were teasing her earlier about the medication she's on turned her into a junkie. She was very, very excited and talking and you were hotter than hell, and you were fidgety like a junkie. How you feeling now? This was earlier we were giving her trouble. How do you feel now?
Honestly, I kind of feel sick to my stomach.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Oh, no.
Well, Josh,
I figured you'd crash by about this time.
Josh called it. Yeah, he said, but 7:30 you're going to crash.
I think just on a normal day, a lot of us crash by 7:30 anyways, you know. But you were very animated. But when Ashley's gone and comes back, that's kind of how she is. She's excited to be back. And she was on some medication that amped her up even more.
Yep.
And you're sick to your stomach again?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pee-Pees and Poo-Poo's Jesus texted us earlier, and yesterday, I should say, and he told us that he will be the featured veteran at the game tonight who gets recognized on the court, which you see every game.
That's great.
I think he told us that it's right around the national anthem, but I'll be there. I'm looking forward to seeing you out there. And I did offer him $100 yesterday if he can somehow get the PA announcer at Target Center to mention his on-air name, Pee-Pees and Poo-Poo's Jesus. We'll see about that.
So if he hears one guy booing, that'll be you, I'd imagine, wherever you're sitting in the stadium.
Oh, I'll boo the hell out of him.
I figured.
Yeah. Pigs at the Blackhawks tonight, they got to stop losing.
Yeah, they do.
You got to get the power play going, you know?
Ashley, people are suggesting you're going through menopause right now.
Whoa!
That's what you're experiencing.
Yeah, feels like it.
The world's youngest case of menopause.
Is hockey still going?
Sure is.
Playoffs start in a couple of weeks, C. Willi Myles.
So then we've got 3 more months?
Oh, God. It's actually, I think the last regular season game for the Man-Bear Pigs is April 14th, so we almost have a full month remaining.
Wow.
And we don't need to do this again, but we all know they need to trim 20 games off of every professional sports schedule. It's time. It's time for the playoffs.
I would vote for that.
This is the worst time of year.
It really
because
is.
The NBA and the NHL, sure, there's going to be a couple of battling for a playoff spot scenarios, but generally speaking, it's this final 15, 20 games. It takes forever, and all you want to do is to see the playoffs.
You're right. You know, you're right. All these sports are starting to roll into one another, too, and you got too many stuff. You got basketball, football, and hockey going at the same time.
Baseball, too.
And baseball. And now you got the tournaments.
And we're about ready to talk some football here, C. Willi Myles.
Right.
New Viking starter, how do you say it? New Viking starting quarterback Kyler Murray did 2 things as soon as he got to town. Number 1, he hit up the Slave Raider show at Medina last Friday night.
I had to.
Heard it was great.
Wow.
Number 2, he hit up a joint in town called the Parlor Bar in Minneapolis so he could deep throat a Parlor Burger. Have you folks had the Parlor
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Parlor Burger?
It's great.
That's a good place to go.
You ever seen the movie American Pie?
Yes, I think so.
That burger is so good, I'd be willing to do that to it.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
What Eugene Levy found his son doing?
Yes.
I don't know that I've ever been to the Parlor Bar, but that was something Kyler Murray was excited to do as soon as he officially became a Minnesotan. He choked down one of those Parlor Burgers when he was in town a few years ago playing for the Cardinals, and he was dying to try another one.
They're good.
Yeah, I'd like to get over there.
Give it a shot.
Josh, have you had a Parlor Burger?
No. That's right over here, too, isn't it? I think that's right.
What do they call that neighborhood again?
North Loop?
North Loop, yep.
North Loop.
The Loop.
I've heard of it, certainly. People talk about it.
Last week, Kyler Murray mentioned that he, quote, cried real tears when Brent Favre threw that interception in the 2009 NFC title game against New Orleans.
Right.
That brings back memories. You know what I did in that moment when Brent tossed that pick? I collected my $10. When the Vikings were on that drive, I bet a guy at the bar $10 that the Vikings were about to choke, and I won. And then the guy wanted to fight me.
If you know, you know.
The pain was too much for the guy. He wanted to fight me. He acted as if I was the one who threw that pass.
Yeah.
Wife even went after me.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a true story.
During that game was when I was working at K-Fan, and I was running the board for Fan Line afterwards, which is where Vikings fans can call in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the grown men tears that were coming through the speakers from people calling in.
And those people are miserable week 2 when you lose by 3 to Detroit.
Exactly.
Right. Let alone the NFC title game and losing the... How did you even stand that?
I couldn't. It was miserable. And we did it for like 3 hours, too. And it was just one guy after another. Like, I just can't believe they did it to me again.
Oh, a grown man cried on the radio?
Oh, multiple grown men cried on the radio.
Nick, I don't have a good Jesus name. Jesus said there's a Parlor Burger stand at the Timberwolves games outside section 112
right.
if you want to try one out.
Oh.
You have to give it a shot.
I have good luck when it comes to predicting big moments in Vikings-Saints playoff games. I also called the Hennepin County Fluke. I made a bar bet with a guy moments before it happened. I won 5 lap dances from that stupid, pointless play that resulted in nothing. So I have good luck when the Vikes play the Saints in the playoff. Only collected 2 of those lap dances so far.
Oh, wow. Did they expire, or can you pick up the
hell
other
no,
3?
no. I got a lifetime for this.
That was an exciting play.
Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and all-time NFL patty cake lunatic Tom Brady. Have they become Eskimo brothers?
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, really?
It says here they've been dangling with the same super foxy lady. She's a super fox, but at the same time an obnoxious social media influencer. She goes by the name of Alex Earl, A-L-I-X. Alex Earl. Super fox, influencer. So the lunatic and Alex were spotted at a Super Bowl party in San Francisco back a month ago or whenever the Super Bowl was, right? The 2 of them hit the dance floor together, it says. The lunatic and Alex Earl.
I bet he looks ridiculous dancing, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he can't dance at all.
Zero rhythm.
And this is a guy that can't dance at all, speaking. I bet I look better than he does.
You have absolute negative rhythm.
Yeah. And he's very athletic. I am not athletic, but I still think I could pull it off better than Tom Brady.
He looked like your dorky uncle out there on the dance floor.
I wouldn't say he's athletic.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Maybe that's giving him too much credit.
Awkward runner. He's a great passer. Athletic was never one of those.
Well, can we agree he's better at sports than I am?
Yeah.
He throw a ball pretty good.
Absolutely.
So here's all this drama. So the lunatic and this Alex Earl were dancing together at a Super Bowl party. I'm picturing the dance floor scene from the movie Airplane. I don't know why. You can tell by the way I move my way. It's kind of fast motion. I love how the song is actually sped up, as if you need the not the Beach Boys, as if you need the Bee Gees to sing any higher than they are.
All right, I found a video of Tom Brady dancing, and I think I can do a better job.
Yeah.
I mean, not much, but noticeable.
The Girl Scouts are beating each other to death. The Airplane dance. Anyway, now this Alex Earl person, the Super Fox, was just seen partying with Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow at a post-Oscars party in Los Angeles. Now get this. It says here Joe Burrow, okay, he's hanging out with this Alex Earl at an Oscars party. It says here Joe Burrow actually left the party with that Taint McRae country singer gal we were talking about last week. Taint has supposedly been banging that Jack Hughes hockey player. You see what's...
gosh.
No wonder STD rates are through the roof these days.
Woo. She also knows Alex Earl spells her name Alex with an I.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I mentioned it earlier. A-L-I-X.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that came up or not.
It sure did.
We got this quarterback's with this lady. This quarterback's with the same lady. And then another quarterback leaves with a different lady who is supposedly banging a hockey player. Joe Burrow, Josh, has also been seen grinding up on that gal that used to be famous called Jessica Alba.
Whoa.
Yeah, I could see it. He's kind of a stud. I mean, our own Janelle Klein has a major crush on him. Ninja Turtle Nutcase Jesus said that this Alex lady can dance. She came in second on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh!
Don't you watch that, Dana?
No, I don't watch
okay.
Dancing with the
For
Stars.
some reason, I thought you said you did.
Well, I just hope all these folks are wearing Jimmy hats.
She likes QBs.
Apparently so, yeah. She's got a thing for them.
I mentioned before that was my least favorite slang term for condoms. and it was very popular for a while in the 90s. Everyone referred to it as a Jimmy hat.
Jimmy hat.
And I just wanted to vomit all over myself. I thought that was so stupid.
I've never heard anyone use it in real life. I only heard it in a movie once. The movie was Can't Hardly Wait.
That's a good one.
That was a fun one.
Well, Joe Burrow doesn't need a hot case of crotch rot here slowing him down as the football season begins. They need him there with the Bengals, at his best. Boy, I bet you can catch something at an Oscars party that you've never heard of. Woo! Don't you think, Josh?
Yeah.
Just something nuclear where your genitalia is legitimately hot to the touch.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's like a rich people STD that we wouldn't even understand.
It's never. Right. It hasn't been this far east yet. It just hovers over Hollywood with all those wacky. I bet you can get a case of crotch rot over there. It actually makes a sound somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a crackling.
There's a crackling. There's
a little bit of a moan.
A squeak, maybe, when you walk.
You'd know it when you hear it.
Taint McRae. I keep hearing about her.
I mean, she seems like somebody you'd be into.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And people are texting in. They're thrown by this sick sexual triangle of love that's going on between Tom Brady. It's more than a triangle. It's more like an octagon. Tom Brady, Joe Burrow. Oh, God. That's the gas speaking. Jessica Alba, Taint McRae, and Alex Earl.
I never get that because there's like a plethora of women out there, and you pass around one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like you Joe Burrow or you Tom Brady. There's tons of women out there that you could.
Is it because here's my theory? They're pro athletes, which means they're so egotistical.
Right.
It'll make you sick. So is it that they have to have what the other guy has?
Yep, that's my theory as well. That's exactly
you
it.
You might be right on that deal. That's right.
I think that's it. It's status.
I want to have what the other guy's got.
Oh, man. That's sad. They do pass them around out there in Cali, though.
Here you go. Here you go.
Almost like a dish.
Next.
The Americans face the Venezuelans tonight in the title game of the World Baseball Classic.
There's going to be a lot of home runs in that game.
You think so?
Yeah. They play smash ball down there.
I watched a little bit of the one from last night. The Italians
yeah. That was...
Oh! That's what I kept hearing from the dugout, the Italian dugout. They lost.
Oh!
Yeah, a lot of that.
Oh!
It's going to be a crazy scene tonight.
That
so
just
there
reminded
you go.
me of, a hero moment for you and a real fun moment for both of us where we went to a Saints game and ate spaghetti on the first baseline.
Jesus Christ.
We sat at the buca table. It was awesome. I don't remember how that worked out, but we us and our dates at the time, we went and sat at this buca table right on the first baseline. I don't know if they still do that. I've been to a couple Saints games and they didn't.
I think so. But yeah, I mean, we were on the ball field.
Yeah, right there. And
butted up against the first baseline. It was kind of funny, right? I mean,
yeah, it was kind of. I was a little embarrassed because you're getting a lot of attention,
right?
But it was fun. We're eating great food. I love buca.
I bet the spaghetti was good.
It was awesome.
I'm just picturing like a 105-degree day, and you're just windmilling spaghetti and meatballs.
Luckily, it was a reasonable summer night.
Okay.
But yeah, that would be tough to digest garlic bread when you're pouring sweat. That was a really cool deal, really unique deal.
Yeah.
So, like Josh said, we and our dates, hot ones too, we got to sit at the buca table and windmill delicious Italian food into our... But that's how Josh was ordering his dinner. He said, bring it over! Don't overcook it! It defeats its purpose! Get it over! That's Robert De Niro, Raging Bull.
I forget what team the player was playing for, but a batter, he hits a line drive basically to a baby's face.
Dude.
Oh, no.
And because the stands were right next to the stands, and this thing was cooking. And Nick stood up, not even worried about his own safety. One hand grabbed the ball.
And it was screaming, C Willi Myles.
Stopped it in midair. I mean, I thought it was going to come out the other side of his hand.
Wow.
and there's a dad holding his baby, and it was going right for the dad and baby.
That baseball would have ended that child's life right there at the Saints game. And Josh, you were going to mention, I'm guessing, the look
on the dad's face. The baby didn't seem appreciative at all. Kind of acted like he deserved it.
What a dick.
Yeah. But the dad looked like, I don't even know how to begin to thank you. You saved me. You saved my family. Everything.
Just slides his spaghetti over Nick's direction.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. That was a long time ago, but that was a fun deal.
God dang, real live heroes sitting here.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Not all heroes wear sleeves.
That's right.
Oh. But the Italians, they didn't make it. They didn't make the championship game. It's going to be U.S. and the Venezuelan Ball Club. So there you go. C Willi Myles is going to stick around with us. We might as well take a little break and return here in a few minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Hey, Adam Devine here. Looking for a way to make a big change for all kids in your community? Just look for the balloon. When you see the Children's Miracle Network balloon at your local store, restaurant, or gas station, your donation provides crucial funds for local children's hospitals. Hospitals that provide life-changing care for all kids. Children's Miracle Network. Hospitals, partners, programs, and donors like you. Learn more at cmn.org.
The Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Yeah, she is 8:30, right on the nuts. We appreciate you dialing into the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. C Willi Myles is just setting in comfortably with the program today.
Still here.
We haven't even mentioned yet, or at least not since you got here, we haven't mentioned the fact that today is silly-ass St. Patrick's Day, C. Willi. I'm going to guess that you, being a feller that doesn't drink, I'm going to make a bold prediction that you couldn't possibly care less.
You couldn't be more right, sir.
Do you get into corned beef and cabbage or any of the foods or anything
Well,
around it?
cabbage is part of my culture as well.
Mm-hmm.
I love cabbage.
Yeah, me too.
I make it at least once a month.
Yeah, I like it too.
Love cabbage, but the other stuff, no.
You got the parades going down this street, parades going down that street, live music, green beer, green hats, corned beef and cabbage, the whole works.
Shamrock shakes, can't forget those.
I know there's plenty of folks who love the whole gimmick.
Now, we're in a time where you can't do the pinch someone who's not wearing green, right? That can get you into the HR department. That was a big thing at school. You weren't wearing green, you got pinched.
Oh, sure.
Right. Yeah, you can catch a case doing that now.
Yeah.
Catch a case.
Absolutely.
Catching a damn case.
Yeah, you probably could.
You can catch a case.
I know a lot of folks love it, and we hope you have the time of your damn life. As I've mentioned quite often, growing up in an Irish household, I was burned out on the deal years ago. But go ahead. Let her buck. Parade in St. Paul at noon, I believe. Minneapolis, I think they still do something or another. There's going to be live music unfortunately, it's going to be cold as balls all day long. That was one of the things. That was one of the things that I hated the most about being forced into celebrating St. Patrick's Day as a kid. Is I get to walk down the street in St. Paul when it's 4 degrees. I can't wait. Or Belle Plaine. We used to go to Belle Plaine. I'm trying to remember now. See, Willie, fill us in. remind me, I guess, or listeners who don't know you as well as others, you never partook in drinking ever in your life?
No, I've never drank alcohol. I've never had alcohol.
Oh, never at all, really?
Oh no,
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm kind of like with you in the joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the older I got, I didn't acquire a taste for it, and it was like, well, I'm 21. Well, why would I start now? I mean, I'm 28. Why would I start now? Well, I have a job. Why would I start now?
Yeah,
You know, I had all those opportunities, and on top of all of that, I went to St. Cloud State.
Yeah, I don't know. That's insane to me that
Brother.
you went 4 years at St. Cloud State without getting into the beer.
Legendary.
You are the one of one, C Willi Myles.
Now, were you ever tempted?
No.
See, yeah, same with me with drugs. I've never even never really cared one way or the other.
It's really interesting to have one guy on the program who's never touched a marijuana cigarette and another who's never touched alcohol.
Right.
Did you come from a non-drinking family? Were there no drinkers in your family?
Not real drinkers. I mean, my dad was a weekend drinker.
Okay. So,
but like at the end of the day,
no drunk uncles or anything?
Oh yeah, I had a lot of them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But your immediate family, your dad had
my
one
immediate family, no. So like I have right now, like when you grow up with I have 9 sisters, no drinkers.
Not a one?
Well, now I have a sister who's kind of a wine drinker.
Oh.
But my other sisters, I mean, they may dabble, but they're not like my one sister will only drink when she goes on a cruise. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so,
that's really interesting to me.
And my brother, who was in a band most of his life, he would have that warm brown, what a lot of singers will just
diarrhea
through their throat.
He would drink some type of
bourbon, whiskey.
I don't want to get his.
I don't know enough about.
He's in a glass. It's a special
cognac.
It's a yak.
It's a yak.
So whatever it was just simply
to sip while he was singing to keep his vocal cords.
Keep him lubed.
Yeah. He drinks that every once in a while. I think he warm it up. Somebody out there know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
But,
it's really interesting to hear. Wow, 10 kids in your family. Never,
11.
none of them, 11 kids in your family,
Yeah.
none of them big drinkers. Your folks weren't big. Alcohol was such a prominent part of both sides of my family.
Right.
Everybody drinks.
Mine
Everybody smokes. It's just so funny to hear how it can go the other way. Your wife's family also nothing?
No, they all drink.
They are drink. Okay.
Yeah. They're Central. I mean, that's Stearns County. I mean, that's
yeah.
I think if you start at 13, I don't think you can wing yourself off of it right away.
If you start at 13 in Stearns County, you're behind by a couple years already.
These guys know my mom would have about half of Bartles and James at like a barbecue once every few years. My dad, he drank the least of his family, and he had a drink every day.
Wow.
One I'd see like Jameson, it was kind of his drink. He'd drink that every day.
I just can't imagine growing up in a household where when you woke up on a Saturday morning, the house wasn't covered in empty beer cans. It's just, that's what makes it so much fun to hear how other folks operate. Now, I think Dana and Josh would agree with me. One of the worst things that a person can experience, one of the worst ordeals that a person can try and fight their way through is being the sober person surrounded by drunks.
It's awful.
I have such a low tolerance, not to be
really
cute.
Raising his hand.
Not to be cute, but I have such a low tolerance. I cannot stand drunks when I'm sober. So how, in God's name, have you done that your entire life?
Especially hanging out at comedy clubs, too.
Comedy
That
clubs,
was me, though.
St. Cloud State,
When I
playing
was
on football teams.
That was me. I was my brother's keeper. Like, dude, these dudes would hand over keys to me on like Friday afternoon and say, "Hey, here's keys to my car. Can you drop me off? Can you come pick me up?"
Yeah.
They knew I wasn't going to drink.
Right.
But they knew they could depend on me to come pick them up.
Wonderful.
And you're right. There's nothing worse than being in the car. But they were my friends. I mean, these were my roommates.
But did you ever snap?
Oh, my God, yes.
You did.
Willie, let's stop at Taco Bell.
No, it's always Perkins.
Perkins in St. Cloud State.
Oh, we gonna go to Perkins.
What is it about Perkins?
Because it's open 24/7.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed.
The booths were comfortable.
Dude, yeah, Perkins, that was the place to go. I mean, certainly, like you mentioned Taco Bell, but Perkins.
And they would always order the Denver omelet. I used to do a bit about the Denver because it had everything in it, and there was no way they all did it because they knew they need to throw up. Because that was gonna make you throw up, man.
Denver
you had
omelet coming
peppers
back
and
up.
onions and mushrooms and.
Boy, that country club melt, they used to have it back in the day at Perkins.
Oh, that was lights out, Josh.
Oh, man.
You are one of the toughest sumbitches that's ever lived. You know, Josh, you've spent the majority of your life dry. I have such a hair trigger. If I don't have any beer in me and drunk idiots, you know how they're all so funny.
Oh, God.
So, Josh, I mean, credit to you, too. You've spent, how in the hell did you hang out with me 10, 15, 20, 25? How did you stand it?
I grew up around a lot of drunks, so I'm used to it. It's never really bothered me.
I must have been disgusting.
At times, but never like where it was annoying or anything. There were a couple times I thought, he's going to fight everyone here. There was one X-Fest. Or maybe an Edge Fest, I forget. Certainly, we've talked about the trip to Jamaica or on the way back from Jamaica. I forget one of the two. A couple times where I thought this could go real bad. Oh, there was a time you and a coworker almost came to blows.
Well, I'm just saying, it's interesting to me and impressive that you can tolerate that stuff for longer than 2 minutes.
I still have friends to this day will call me going, hey, you remember that time when we were at we went to that track meeting? We were in Moorhead. No, we were in Omaha. Yeah, we were staying at the Holiday Inn. No, it was a Ramada. They be trying to tell the story, and they can't remember where they were at and what hotel. But they go, we can call Willie. He knows.
Missing spots in the reel.
Oh, yeah. And I remember everything.
Big bearded Jared texted in about his post-binge drinking hot spot to get something or another to eat up at St. Cloud State. A lot of our listeners lived up there or went to the school. After the press closed, they'd swing on over to Herbert's and Gerbert's.
Oh, sure.
I've never been to an Herbert's and Gerbert's.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, we've got one right here, too, and I just haven't gone.
Specifically, big bearded Jared would suck down a few of their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, those were good.
It's my favorite food, peanut butter.
Man, that Perkins out at St. Cloud State, anybody who ever spent any time there saw some things, but one of my favorite memories was a guy hopped behind the counter and just started going into and grabbing the muffins, from the big muffin case, and it was just throwing them to people like a guy at a ball game throwing out T-shirts, like, who wants a muffin? You get them, just chucking muffins like they're hand grenades across the bar.
The 81-year-old waitress doesn't quite know what to do with the situation.
Gosh,
exactly.
She's the only person out of high school who's on staff at the time, right?
I used to feel bad for the overnight staff. But that Perkins is not there anymore.
Yeah,
It's a Starbucks now.
I hope the karma worked out that anybody that worked the overnight shift at that Perkins won the lottery or something because they deserved it.
I was going to check this out. So somebody worked at that Perkins and said they now own a bar and they make their own country club melt.
Oh, cool.
Billy D's Crooked Tavern in Annandale.
Oh, hey, I've driven right by that place.
Yeah, we got to go.
Okay.
I missed that.
Yeah, you're right, Josh.
right.
That was so good.
Yeah, I know it's not fair because I've been the drunk that has annoyed the living hell out of the sober person. So I know it's not fair that I have such a short tolerance for drunk people when I'm sober, but I just can't stand it. Just can't stand it. How about some of the old drinking games we used to play? Somebody brought up drinking games earlier. That we used to play when we were young. You got the beer pong and the flippy cup. Was there a game back in your day at St. Cloud State? See, I never was much for the games. I always was kind of bothered by the idea of, hey, everyone, come on over here. We're going to play this. I mean, we got a keg. We got our cups. Why can't we just sit here and soak ourselves in misery? Yeah.
Especially if it's a card game where somebody was just very specific about all the rules and making sure every single little rule is followed. I'm like, okay, this is exhausting. I just want to drink a beer.
I mean, I've come around to them at times. And, you get the right crowd and anything can be fun. So I was never big on the games, but was there one that you boys played?
No. I mean, we had theme parties.
Oh,
but there was no, the togas and all the different cowboy. We had a whole bunch of that. But if you went to St. Cloud State, you didn't have time to play games. You dressed up and started drinking. Ain't nobody going to try to win a contest to have a drink.
Did you guys have a lot of toga parties?
Tons.
Yeah, so I went
Those were big in the early 80s.
Yeah.
Well, even in the early 90s.
Animal House.
I went to Moorhead, and it was like once every 2 weeks.
Right.
They were having toga parties.
Yeah, we were doing them every other. So that's why St. Cloud was legendary.
People are
Thursday,
texting.
Friday, Saturday.
All toga.
All toga.
All the time.
Do you mind answering a personal question about drugs?
Oh,
really?
Absolutely.
Okay. A few people want to know if you don't drink. Have you ever tried
No.
marijuana or something?
No,
like
I've never done drugs or alcohol
So nothing
in my life.
Nothing at all.
Period.
What's the old joke?
Never had a oxycodone or nothing.
Was it Henny Youngman who had the old joke? Or maybe it was some other prominent old-timer who said, I feel sorry for people who don't drink because when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they're going to feel all day.
I always heard that attached to Dean Martin. But
Dean Martin?
Yeah, that's what I always heard, but that could just be something from the internet.
Going to feel all day.
It's the best he's going to feel all day long. Beer pong, flippy cup. People are texting in about quarters, of course.
Quarters was fun.
Yeah, you could make it fun. Flippy cup was, I got to admit I enjoyed a little bit of that because to no one's surprise, I was excellent at it.
And it was quick, too. Around a flippy couple, it can be over.
Yeah.
It's like one of those games of beer pong that drags on for 25 minutes.
A-hole.
Oh, I love that game.
What's that?
Presidents and A-holes?
Yeah, I can't remember, but we played it. I don't remember.
Is that a card game?
Yeah, it's a card game.
Was it a card game?
One of those ones where intricate rules, and every single group and different friends and colleges had different rules, so it was always very confusing. But it was fun. I do remember having good memories of playing that one.
Fat Lebowski said they play a drinking game every weekend in Wisconsin. It's called Get Blackout Drunk and Go Home with a Random Gal.
Hey, that's that game in St. Cloud.
You guys played that there, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was part of the reason why when I was young I didn't want to get involved in games because my focus is brutal intoxication and misleading a girl or two into thinking that I'm something special. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't waste the energy. Here's another card game. I don't remember this one, a card game called Ride the Bus. It had something to do with a card pyramid, that. Power Hour.
Oh, that was fun.
What's that?
Do a shot of beer every minute for an hour?
Yeah, see, our version.
Shot of beer. Okay.
Yeah, shot of beer.
That's different.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to get, and of course the goal is to get as drunk as possible, as quick as possible.
Yep.
We didn't mess around with that kind of stuff. We were all about the beer bong.
Oh, sure.
All right.
Everybody had one in the trunk of their car.
Although I mentioned beer bong at St. Cloud State in the handbook in the dorm, they were referred to as mass consumption devices.
Right.
They were banned. Mass consumption
I remember
devices.
reading that.
Yeah.
I remember reading that. I remember one morning, actually, it was a high school beer party that spilled into the next morning. It had to have been 5 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I was down in the basement of this house. I mean, I heard folks were still partying in the upstairs, so I figured, F it, I'm just going to get off the couch and go join them. And here was a few of my pals who were teetering on death. I mean, really, honestly, they were so horribly drunk. And I'm lucky I went upstairs because they were loading a beer bong. This is after, 16, 17 hours of drinking. They're loading a beer bong with straight vodka.
Oh, Jesus.
And I knocked it out of their hands and said, take a look at what you're doing. Although, and that was impossible for them at the time.
Yeah, you literally saved their lives.
Century Club is like Power Hour, only it's 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes. Edward 40 hands.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I saw somebody do that once. Wow. That was hilarious.
That's always fun.
Did they ever duct tape you, Josh, and force you to play Edward 40 hands?
No, I was at a party once where somebody was Edward 40 hands. That was funny.
And there's a desperate guy who really has to pee, and he's trying to convince somebody to help him with his pants.
Were 40s like kind of like a bit for some
about
of your friends?
3 months, they were very hip.
Yeah, I don't know why that was. Like Colt 45. People had to drink Colt 45 40s.
In the early to mid-'90s, it became a thing. Suddenly now we have to drink 40-ounce bottles of Old English. The trend came and went very quickly, which I mean, I never got involved, but it was like a hip thing. You would see The dude who would normally be drinking a bottle of Meisterbrow suddenly has Old English or Colt 45. Yeah, that was very hip.
It was always in a paper bag, too.
93X, the home of the half-assed morning show.
We wrap up our St. Patrick's Day broadcast here with C. Willi Myles.
I did not know what that was.
You did not know what was?
That this was the St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah. Look around you. Look around. Look at all the...
Look at the festivities.
Nothing said that's what I was walking into.
There ain't a damn thing in this building that would indicate it's St. Patrick's Day, but...
it kind of seems like over the weekend is when everything happened, meaning last week.
Yeah.
My wife's friend, Annie from St. Cloud, gave me the nickname, the Irish nickname, Hoots McCracken.
How'd you get that now?
Because I'm a comedian. Hoots. Like,
oh, gotcha. Okay.
McCracken.
Cracking some jokes.
So cracking some jokes. McCracken some jokes. And you a hoot. So Hoots McCracken.
I like that.
Here he comes down the lane. It's old Hoots McCracken. Believe it or not, yes, this is our St. Patrick's Day broadcast. And we've been talking about drinking games. The drinking games that we used to play when we were young, hopeless jabronis. A lot of text messages have come in, people noting their favorite old drinking game. Oh, what does this say? Oh, yeah. We used to warm up before going out by cracking open a case of beer, turning on the Bob Newhart show, and every time someone says, Bob, you have to drink. That show, I think, was notorious for constantly using character names.
Right.
Like when you watch Titanic. Wasn't there some kind of a insane count, Josh, that someone put online for how many times Jack or Rose is said out loud in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Same with the movie The Edge.
Oh, yeah. Charles and...
that was
well, Charles is... They're constantly calling Charles.
Yeah, they say Charles over and over and
in
over.
the movie, which one of the greatest movies of all.
Very good movie.
Some of our listeners would get involved in Das Boot.
Das Boot.
When they wanted to play a drinking game. This text message says beer darts was fun but deadly. Anyone have any? I don't know what that is.
Oh, I've played some beer darts
What's
before.
That?
What do you do?
You crack a beer just a little bit, not all the way. It's just kind of cracked open a little bit. And then you sit in a circle and you throw the darts at other people's beers.
Oh, yeah.
And try to. And then, so say I get it like midway through your can.
Yeah.
You got to chug to that level.
I remember. I did play that.
Mm-hmm.
F me.
Yeah, it can be fun. But yeah, if you catch somebody, if you're wearing flip-flops, you got to be careful.
Boy, drunks are really creative, I got to say.
At my cousin's surprise birthday party, and this message was sent in for multiple reasons, not just birthday parties, just a general drinking game. But this listener says, at my cousin's 21st birthday party, one of the games we played, we listened to the song Thunderstruck by AC/DC and had to drink every time you heard the word thunder.
Yeah, that'll get you going real quick.
Keg stands.
I never did any of those.
I was never
huge
any.
in St. Cloud.
You like the keg stand?
Never seen it in person.
It was epic.
We were way into it. I was never any good at a keg stand. I didn't like being turned upside down.
Right.
But I had a couple of buddies hang onto their ankles so some bitches could hang upside down for the whole friggin' night and suck that keg beer right out the tappy tap or whatever you call it.
My friend Travis stand upside down on a keg, and he was a gymnast and would do push-ups.
Oh, right.
Handstand, push-ups.
Yeah.
While doing the keg.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do the one-armed push-up or the one where you can do a push-up and clap.
Oh, sure. Like
I've broken
Rocky?
my nose several times trying both of those.
Euchre was a big drinking game at Michigan Tech, says Tool Sheezes. Euchre, that was something my grandma and grandpa would play.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of an old person.
Michigan Tech's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Maybe they were playing with grandmas and grandpas.
All right, I looked it up. The word thunder, including within Thunderstruck, 34 times it's said in the song Thunderstruck.
Hang on to your ass.
15, just thunder. 19 with Thunderstruck.
Further drinking games that our listening audience has texted in, party ball races.
Oh, I loved those.
I never liked the party ball.
You didn't?
I always thought it was cool. I thought it looked kind of cool.
It was hot for a couple weeks when I was in high school. It didn't. The party ball would always be jostled around so much. It would get foamy so easily. So I didn't like the party ball. But the race is like you and two guys try to finish one before. So is that how it went?
Right, yeah.
I always thought the party ball kind of tasted like garbage. It was just plastic, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't really recall. I was 19. I didn't really care.
We were maybe a little more picky about it, maybe because, I don't know, a cold can of beer was always my preference. Up and Down the River, that sounds familiar.
Oh, I love that game. Even sober, that's a fun card game to play.
Chandeliers, kind of here's someone who texted in Chandeliers. That was kind of a sophisticated version of quarters. I remember that one. Anybody? Chandeliers?
Vaguely.
No? I think there was just more glasses on the table.
Sure.
I think that's how that went.
I can just say this: the guys and women that I went to college with, they didn't like to wait to drink. Your turn. No. They wanted to get in there. Like games were like, I hear a lot of games that people play now, but and back then, but back at St. Cloud State, they didn't play a lot of games.
No, we didn't.
Like it was like, you know what? I don't want to wait to drink.
Right.
Yeah. My turn is now. I got my drink. I'm drinking it now.
Yeah, it was early and often. Yeah, like I said earlier, we were never big into games.
Right.
I did grow to like a couple of them, but yeah, I mean.
That is true, C. Willi. Sometimes there'd be like, a punishment. You did something. You're like, oh, you got to finish your drink. Okay, that's what I'm here for.
Right.
Yeah, when you're young and going to college, you don't want to wait for Jack.
I've waited my whole life to start drinking. I'm not going to wait to drink.
This is interesting as we get the hell out of here. One listener says, I've been sober for 5 years now, and when I told my dad I was quitting drinking, he was devastated.
You loser!
I haven't heard that before.
He was losing. His dad was losing his best drinking buddy. His dad was friggin' devastated by that.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen the new movie, the Anaconda movie with Paul Rudd and Jack Black, but there's this clip in it that's very funny. Steve Zahn tells the guys, he goes, hey guys, and for the new year, I think I'm going to make some changes. Paul Rudd looks at him and goes, you going to get sober finally? He goes, yeah, I am. He goes, good for you. He goes, yeah, Buffalo sober. Meaning wine and beer only.
That's it.
And some liquors, but just the light stuff, not heavy stuff.
Have you guys heard much about that? I thought that maybe it was supposed to be good, but I guess I'm not so sure.
I haven't seen it, but everybody's forwarded me that clip a bunch of times just because it's funny. Buffalo sober. Beer and wine only. And some liquors. Not all of them.
Did you ever play Beerio Kart?
Oh, yeah, that's very fun.
Drinking and driving while steering around that cartoon go-kart.
Yeah, the timer hits go, and you got to slam a beer, and you can't start driving until your beer's empty.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is a good time.
Well, that's good motivation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, my God. Tour de Franzia. A listener texted in Tour de Franzia. What, you drink a box of wine and then you get on a bicycle?
I can't remember exactly what it was, but that name definitely rings a bell.
That's funny.
Thanks, C. Willi Myles, and have a great sober St. Patrick's Day like you've been celebrating your entire friggin' life. Thanks, buddy.
You bet.
Take care. Before we go, we want to say hello to Izzy, a 12-week-old puppy who's home alone today for the very first time. She's listening to 93X. You're going to do great. Promise you're going to get through today just fine. No pooping in the refrigerator, though.
We're talking to a puppy?
Yeah, 12-week-old. Never stayed home by herself until today.
Oh, it's very, very frightening.
And we appreciate you tuning in.
What's the little character's name?
Izzy.
Izzy, that's great.
Happy belated birthday to Evan, a.k.a. Town Bitch. Our thanks again to Hoots McCracken for joining us today. And all y'all have a great and safe St. Patrick's Day.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.